Thanks to your interference, Jubei, we lost 300 pieces of gold. I can't go back empty-handed.
Well, perhaps you won't have to go back completely empty-handed, right?
Then it's true? They hired you for only 20 pieces of gold, Jubei?
Yeah.
But the sword we stole was a precious treasure given by the Shogun. And they're paying you only 20 pieces of gold for getting it back for them? You fool!
They're a poor small clan. You can't swindle 300 pieces of gold for a sword. You're asking too much. You're the fool.
Shut up! Damn you!
Looks like a storm is brewing here. I better get moving.
This is Kirk Thornton, and you're listening to Three Black Geeks. This is good stuff. Don't turn it off.
ZIOAN, let's go, boy!
I'm ready to talk about the most deadliest pussy in the world that has snakes coming out of it. That's why.
Wait, Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the first line of the episode.
First of all, Chris, I'm gonna need you to be specific because you say the world's deadliest pussy. There are two women that have that.
I just specified and said snakes came out of it, sir.
I don't know. Wait a minute. You said snakes came out of it. What is the anime or Judi Dench? One of the two, man. So you gotta have to specify again. I don't know what you're talking about.
How dare you? That's Dame Judi Dench, sir.
So what? I'm sorry. And Miss Dench can't have some bomb ass pussy. This is your problem, Christopher. This is your problem.
We did big up what's her face that Cuba Gooding Jr. fucked in the movie.
Don't do that. Why are we still bringing up the fact that Helen Mirren just let Cuba Gooding Jr. demolish her on a log? Yes, I'm not playing. They was like on like sticks and shit. Were they like in the middle of the forest or something?
In one instance, I was jealous of Cuba Gooding Jr.
I wasn't.
I wasn't complain
because his stroke is terrible.
No, what is there to complain? You said that it was done on the log. What's really there to complain? That's your atypical porno set.
No. I know you was gonna say something really disrespectful. Come on, D. It's a log, man. Come on, man. I'm pretty sure Helen Mirren was just as dry as that log. Like, yeah.
So I gotta say this.
But now we here to educate folks tonight.
Ninja Scroll. It's they don't make anime like this anymore, and it's amazing that it's 1993.
I'm sorry. I just heard a Japanese guy yell out when you said they don't make movies like this anymore. And I just heard this stereotypical Japanese guy, yes, cost too much. Cost too much. Workforce lazy.
I find it amazing that like when you think about anime and stuff, right? I think folks that aren't our age that watch anime earlier on, you think about the American cartoons that came out and the only edgy cartoons we had up to that point. I know I've invoked this before on the show. That fucking movie Heavy Metal, that was the closest you got to anything broken.
And Heavy Metal was from the 80s.
Let's just be real about Heavy Metal. It was made for baby boomers and Gen Xers. It really wasn't made. And it's made for white guys. Let's really specify that. And this is no knock on Heavy Metal at all, because I watched Heavy Metal at least like 3 times.
If you like Blue Oyster Cult, oh, it's your movie for you, sir.
Yeah, it's one of those. Look, it's one of those movies. It's like Fritz the Cat, where you're not really looking at it. You're looking at it as like more, for what it meant, how monumental, how what it meant for animation, stuff like that. That's the only reason why you were watching. But anyway,
and then there's one more, and then there's one more. The '90s equivalent, but tame by comparison, Cool World.
Yeah,
I think, but like what Chris just said, we didn't have nothing out there. Every adult cartoon was considered just that, adult. Didn't matter. It didn't matter. What it was.
But the adult cartoons that we got before like anime came up, it felt like to me at least, I felt anime. It felt like it was kind of an all ages thing, even though Akira clearly ain't for kids. But like it was just something there that's like you could show it to a kid, and it's something there that would engage them more than.
I disagree.
I disagree with that too.
I disagree because because it was a couple of things. A couple of things. Number one, Chris, because there wasn't that much content out there for us at the time outside of Looney Tunes or whatever came out on Saturday morning. When we turn the channels on cable and all of a sudden you trip over Crying Freeman, you're watching it no matter how shitty it is. You're like, what is this?
Yeah.
Or that time y'all just happen to see this beautifully drawn assassin with aviator shades, and he pulls out that sniper rifle and pulls that trigger of Global 13.
I am mad I never caught on to that till I hit high school. I'm really mad.
Look. I didn't hit Gogo until I was an adult.
Well, I told you about it, and then
no. I always know. I knew about it when I didn't know about it until I became an adult, and then when the series came out, here's come Chris, nigga, look at Gogo 13. I don't know, nigga. And that was our third episode of 3 Black Geeks, I think, or something like that.
But where I disagree, Chris, is every anime that came out was how can I put this? Every anime that came out during the niche period of the early to mid 90s was just straight up movies.
Mm-hmm.
Dominion Take Police, Ninja Scroll,
Akira,
Venus Wars, Akira, Ghost in the Shell,
and we're not even talking about the Harlock Saga or anything else that came out that really didn't get a wide
nothing
release.
Like that. The Street Fighter animated movie, and just to name a few that just sprinkled.
If you're really being risque,
Wrath of the Ninja came after after anime started blowing up.
Okay,
I don't say, but still, no, I don't know.
He's right.
It did because Wrath of the Ninja really didn't hit America till like the late 90s.
Early Toonami era, basically.
Like real early Toonami,
like 98.
Back when Wrath of the Ninja played on Showtime.
Yeah, that's like 90.
Sure?
Yeah,
because
I am sure
it came out 97.
Nigga, I am staring at my freaking VHS tape that has that shit.
Yeah. No, but
I'm sorry. Whoa, stop. You own Wrath of the Ninja?
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
No. I'm talking about Eris over there with his VHS being proud of his mediocre ass movie.
Nigga, did I say I bought it? I said I had a VHS copy that I recorded straight from Showtime.
I continue. The way you said it like that was like, nigga, I stole that shit. Don't do that like that.
And also, Suncoast was selling that shit for fucking crack prices. No,
nigga, Suncoast sold everything at crack prices.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Every time I went up there as a kid, they never did. Everything either cost way too much.
Oh no, that's what we're saying. Crack prices,
like straight up crack, pure cocaine, over-hardened crack prices.
No, when you say crack prices, I think of actual crack. Crack is inexpensive as shit. So I'm sorry. So when I heard crack prices, like, what? Cocaine prices?
No. Coke deal done in straight up Bolivia prices. All right.
No. D, this is you giving a joint to a white boy price. Oh, $45 for a joint. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I got.
That's why I judge every person on Twitter, and I don't give a shit who's listening to this. It's like, oh man, R.I.P. Suncoast, and I'm looking at him like, fuck you. That's four.
Dog. I am so proud.
No, $29 for a wall scroll.
Suck my dick.
Hey, yo.
No.
I remember the day. I walked into Suncoast and Fooly Cooley for 2 episodes cost me $34. I never ever in my life wanted to do this, but at that moment, I wanted to drop my pants and take a shit on the floor.
Why?
Are you kidding me?
I was the asshole when Suncoast shut down the water. If I came in there like a kid in the candy store, take a man blade for $5. Why? Thank you. I'll take it.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask y'all. Do y'all remember this shit from Suncoast? You know, Suncoast was on some asshole shit when you walked in. That one movie or series or whatever it's that one DVD that would be sold for like $35. Special discount price $26.
Dog, I remember
Walmart
that.
At you because I could just go across the street to Walmart and get that shit for $20.
I would never.
No, but Chris, this is back when anime didn't exist at Walmart.
Okay, true.
Dog, I would never forget the time that I was like, "Yo, I'm about to get the bubblegum crisis. I'm about to get some of the bubblegum crisis on shit." So I was like, "I'm gonna get the DVD." I'll never forget. They marked down the price to $26, and I just sat there like, "No." How's that marked down?
No, we're not doing
How's
this at
that
all.
marked down?
That's why I bought Ninja Scroll from Starland Anime. You know, when Starland Anime used to be Starland Anime and video games and not Starland video games, you know, like they are now.
I know he can't hear me. Hey, D in 2001. Yeah, you hear me. Don't pick up that Dragon Ball VHS. It's $20. Don't you pick that up, D.
It's $20.
This nigga picked it up.
The $20 for 3 edited episodes.
Ocean.
No. I'm about to hit you with this. I'm like, oh my God, for real, D, show me what it is. The story of BoJack, nigga. That's only 1.5 episodes. Are you serious? $20?
No, the BoJack special. No, the BoJack special. Yeah, I would swing for it because this is before.
That was 48. No, Eric. How do you think I felt though? I thought it was a whole ass movie. I look on the back of that bitch. 44 minutes.
No, see, D, you messed up. You didn't get it at the time when they were advertising both the BoJack and Trunk special.
Mm-hmm. No. Okay. Time for a story of broke ass D. They did do that, but they only had it for the DVD, not the VHS. I didn't have my PlayStation 2 yet.
The game changer of anime.
The game changer.
That was the game changer.
People underestimate.
Oh my
that.
God!
You know how many dude? Here's how. Before we get back to Ninja Scroll, folks, I want to put a picture here. Right? Imagine, if you will, you go inside a barbershop. You see a PS2 in a barbershop, and motherfuckers can finally play their bootleg DVDs on that shit. They were fucking rejoicing everywhere.
Let me tell you something. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. I saw my first what you call black market porn in a barbershop. And a lot of you saw it too. You know, when R. Kelly was having sex with that clearly underage girl, we all saw. Nigga, that was. I just so happened I'm getting a lineup. I'm like, what are y'all showing? Hey, yo, man, turn that joke off, man. That's the R. Kelly joke.
Kids in here.
Time for the worst part.
Oh, the irony.
I hate you, Chris. So I'm gonna send you a gift card to Macy's for $20. That was an impressive joke right there. It was well timed. At that, I love it.
That's probably a real life thing that happened in barbershops. Like, hey, it's kids in here.
No, I'm dog. Anyway, but
Ninja Scroll, it was one of those movies that, like, a lot of, which is ironic when you look at the critics that talked about the movie. I'm in awe because it's like, for a movie that has gratuitous, a dude that turns into a rock that's sucking on a chick's like boob, like he hasn't had boob ever in life. It's like they really touted up like it's the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, I mean, it is, don't get me wrong, but like, did y'all just walk over like a guy just sucking a chick's boob? Like,
they did. The reason why, because Chris, look, titty sucking is the least of your worries in this movie.
Dude, it just amazes me because when I look back, and it's 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, right? So it's just amazing to me, like, where critique was then for this anime. And then when you watch the movie and you just see a scene of this dude, like, literally just about to rape the shit out of a chick, pretty much. And it's like, and critics love this. I'm not saying they shouldn't, because I mean it's beautiful as hell.
Listen, here's the thing: is it Chris? It's okay. It's okay. I need you to take all that PC and put it and shove it up your ass right now.
No. It's shoving up my ass.
This is a Kawajiri movie.
No.
This is a Kawajiri movie, and that's the thing I'm talking about. See, here's the thing, Chris.
Oh, and you're not going to sideline me on this one.
No. Sorry, we weren't trying to sideline. It's just funny thinking back on it and stuff, and where sensibilities in America is versus now, where it's like everybody just has.
That's the problem, though. See, that's the problem I have right now with a lot of people on anime. I remember when Dragon Ball was out, when Dragon Ball Super was out, in the middle of them showing the Tournament of Power, and niggas was like going in on how Akira Toriyama didn't know how to write characters because Jiren's backstory wasn't good enough for them. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Then I had to see people go in and talk about about race relations within Naruto. Are you serious?
Oh, and also race relations in Attack on Titan.
I don't understand. I don't care on Attack on Titan too. And this is the thing that gets me. Stop. Fucking stop. No.
Also,
this is anime. This is anime.
I got to get on my phone. I got to get on my phone.
No, Eric, but no, hold on, Chris. Let me get it out. This is the thing. This is anime. This is all these cartoons. Yes, I had to break it down. These cartoons, they are made by people who live in Japan. They go by their society is different than American society. Yes, they're accepting of gay people over there, but they also bomb them niggas the fuck out over there too. Yes. You could be a woman that's in charge. You could be a woman in anime that's strong and independent. But you're gonna have to show them titties because in Japanese society, we can't respect a woman.
Also, I had to get on my Funkmaster Flex with this anime too, watching it like this is real hip hop. That's how I am about this movie, because I'm like, they don't make this movie like they used to.
They don't. No, that's what I'm saying. Like this is what you're dealing with right now. And I knew it when I went on Twitter and I didn't even go on a rant or nothing like that.
It was a fun rant.
But the fact that people came back and it was like, oh man, this movie's problematic. Stop. Every anime that you watch is problematic. No, it ain't. Really? How old is that girl right there? I'll wait. Go ahead. You bet. Look, if she's under 18, you better start.
Here's the crazy part about
That's what I'm saying. We try to whip out this moral line with a cartoon that was animated in 1993 when none of these subject matters was up and all the rest of that shit.
But when you
Chris, think about it. The fact that we got celebrities coming out and having to apologize for old movies, it's like, nigga, they didn't know what they were doing.
Here's the thing. When you look past just that open with that beginning part of the movie when old boy is about to rape Kagura and stuff, past that, other than like a boob shot here and there, the movie pretty much plays it straight. Everything everywhere else, pretty much.
But you want to know that? But at least for me, and I know Eris is gonna melt the whole room because he's gonna talk about how much he like Kawajiri. But I'm gonna give you your moment in 1 second, Eris. But this is the thing that trips me out, Chris. I have to hear all these things about certain animes and how this needs to be there, how that needs to be there. I'm like, and how these Japanese people don't think like Americans, and I don't know why. But for whatever reason, with all that, Devilman Crybaby comes out. Worse plot than Scroll, uglier than Ninja Scroll, way more violent than Ninja Scroll. It's the greatest thing in the world. How? Way more, and actually problematic.
Way more problematic
than Ninja Scroll ever could be.
And the ending that didn't make no fucking sense.
The ending was even worse than the original ending. But people loved it, and I'm thinking to myself, was it the violence? Was it this? Was it that? And everything I look back on is like, oh, all of y'all niggas was born after 1994, and a lot of you don't know how violent anime can actually get. Wow. So the first violent thing you said it was avant-garde and all that. Nigga, you would have came on yourself if you saw the first 15 minutes of Ninja Scroll.
Here's the irony of it, and Eris will probably maybe agree with me on this. It's ironic people say all that, but they'll watch the Castlevania show, which looks like it was very heavily inspired by Kawajiri.
I won't. No, not like Kawajiri. I want to say Kawajiri.
It feels like it a little bit.
I don't know. Not at all. Not that animation style. No.
No. Castlevania doesn't have the Kawajiri style because when you look at what the hell was it? When you look at Highlander.
I was about to say Highlander.
Highlander, Search of Vengeance. First of all, Highlander, the thing in Highlander is anytime Kawajiri is tasked to draw a woman, he will always make sure that one woman is properly endowed. You know what I mean?
Eris, the word is titted. Thank you.
Titted.
Look, I was trying to be classy, D. Can I have my moment, please? Now look, we want to talk about
well-titted woman.
We want to talk about shit being, people say, "Oh, this is problematic. This is problematic." Anytime somebody says a certain anime is problematic, I always say, you know what? Y'all need to nut the fuck up and watch this anime called Dead Man Wonderland. Because there is hold on. Now here's a prime example. There's a prime example. Just let me run with this. Prime example. The commander is walking up and down, informing her men of what needs to go down, and then she asked the following: "Are there any questions?" My man, bold as hell. What size are those tits? Her response: "They're G cups." Any other questions?
That's a real life line, folks. That's bullshit.
Eris, this is why I said Barack Obama needed to be the president for 4 more. Dude, this is the thing that gets me. Eris, you mentioned Dead Man Wonderland, a show that I know a lot of these niggas saw, and yet,
no one bat an eye.
No one bat a fucking eye. I can show you an old anime. Well, that girl doesn't have as much agency as I want her to be. Look. This is how I know either A, you're too young, or B, you just started watching anime 4 years ago, haven't you?
Kagura actually had a lot more agency than people give her credit for.
Way more. I remember the first time we talked about this movie back in the day, and we talked about this movie 2013, early days of 3 Black Geeks. But I remember we first getting into it. I remember I said something like that because, just to be real, we were just starting out. We were just trying to find our way and try to find our groove. And I remember this distinctly. Eric stopped me and said, "She's fine." I'm like, "Well, she was weak." No, D. She's fine. Look at her whole character. Yeah. And when I'm looking at it like as a vet now, Eric, you are absolutely right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can say that she was, come on, that's how Japanese guys write girls. But for the most part, she was fine. She had perfect agency. She had an arc. And it arc and all that shit. Hell, Eris, I wish a lot more girls in anime were written like her. I actually do, and I really mean that. It's amazing.
Also, they didn't write Jubei as typical chauvinistic man. He's just like
he was not.
Even the part where Kagura was like, "Hey, you can fuck me." He's like, "No, I'm good."
You could say that was a noble flex, but still, it was fine though.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Now, since we're just gonna jump into different scenes from the movie, then.
Have fun, and that's what we're going to do. Have fun.
That part in particular, where Kagero says, "Yeah, if you sleep with me, you will, you'll be cured of the poison." But you see the look on Jubei's face. Jubei at first was like, "Okay, I mean,
smash it."
No. See, if you understand the character of Jubei, he really had that look like, "All right, I mean, if we really have to do this, I mean, sure." Mm-hmm. But then he took one look and saw the quiver in her face. Her eyes were literally lighting up with water, and she was about to cry. She was literally about to cry. And he's like, "You know what? I'm not going to do it to you. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it." He looked at her, and she knows that her job as being a poison tester is fucking hell. Mm-hmm. I mean, imagine this. Imagine you drinking, sampling and tasting poison all throughout your life as your destiny, to where you become so immune to it. But at the same time, that poison that you built up an immunity to has become so strong that if she touches you, you're fucking dead.
Kiss you and all that shit.
Harris. See that? Y'all feel that, everybody? See that? Yeah, I know it's kind of melodramatic, but it works, right? All right, shut up.
That's called character building.
That's called character. Look, here's like I said, and like I said, I'm not saying that she was perfectly written. Nobody in this movie is perfectly written. Let's make that very clear. And no, I'm not saying that she was like super strong, super tough, and all that. She did have her weak moments, and like I said, the Japanese kind of have a way of writing women that way. Where it's like, good example.
Cartoon levels of
it's almost on that level. It's almost on that level because it's more so of Storm. Think about it. Good example of it is Meryl off of Metal Gear Solid. Mm-hmm. Strong as hell. As soon as she gets shot or as soon as she feels sad, I just want to be a mother. It's like, yeah, that crap. Okay. I mean, the Japanese love doing that with women. But here's the thing: it's not like it takes away from anything.
No, but you do feel for Kagero. I mean, think about it.
Oh yeah, you don't know you're supposed to, Eris.
She can never have a normal life.
Oh no, Eris. Now, Eris, let me make it straight. I'm not going against you and none of that. I was actually agreeing with you. It's just that I know some people are going to say something about that. Like, yeah, I get what you mean. That does come off kind of corny, but that's kind of how the Japanese write.
But let's be real too with her. I still laugh. Imagine, if you will, your ninja clan is about to, go on a journey without you. You join in like, you're not going to go on that journey without me. And then all of a sudden, some big demon dude just sits there and mollywops your whole fucking crew in front of you.
Oh, look, y'all not ready.
With ease.
Hey, look, y'all not ready for the picture I got with the picture. I haven't started yet. But I'm gonna tell you why I love Kagero.
It's the picture that I think you got.
Nah, I'm gonna have to edit it and all the rest of that. But I love how Kagero showed up. It was like, oh, so y'all rolling out. So y'all can do without me. And here's Hansa. Look, I understand that you want to go, but you have a vagina and you weak and shit. So there's a kitchen right there. There's a kitchen right there. We need some rice balls made. I don't know why you up in here talking. Like,
this is feudal. The way he said it in the movie was like, yo, this is feudal era Japan version of, yo, stay in the kitchen.
Here's the funny thing about that, and the one thing I love about feudal Japan, a lot of people have to read about this, the women were very independent at that time. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you would literally have to tell, look, bitch, get in the kitchen. I ain't getting in the kitchen. She cut her hair off, y'all. She's serious. All right, your car, let her in.
And that's the part that I like too. The part, like, when you first see her show up, I was like, damn, she looking bad as hell. Like, she's straight up baddie. She walks in the room and she's like completely covered down. So you know damn well, like son, she got a body under there. I know she fit. She stay working out because she's completely covered. Hold on.
Pause right there. Hey, Tanisha, I hear you. This is 3 Black Geeks. There are 3 men in here. We're 3 straight men. There's going to be some chauvinistic shit in here. You better shut up. Now, Eris, talk about them titties again.
See, I wasn't even going to go. See,
Nigel said it best. He was like, I haven't seen Ninja Skull in 20 years, but I do remember a rock golem popping a titty in his mouth.
I mean,
the whole titty.
The whole titty.
But
that was the one I wanted to put. But listen, Chris, and that was the picture I wanted to put up, but I was like, we're going to get reported for that.
But listen, I wasn't even going to go there. It was the fact that she said all of that. Dude tried to convince her, like, listen, you have a job of poison testing. You do know our Lord left like 3 days ago.
Oh.
My job isn't needed for that. So until he comes back, I'm a part of this ninja clan, and I'm going with you.
I'm sorry. I just like the fact that Tasai Yamazaki yanked his ass in the air. That dude came in like,
wait, he caught him with the taunt and counter.
He yoked his ass, and he tells her, well, I guess my 2 days of retirement is done. Hey, go ahead and go back to home base and tell them what's up.
First of all, you already know what his 2 days of retirement was. His 2 days of retirement was actually 2 signs. Number 1, Kagero, what are you doing here? Like, it's too dangerous. You can't go with me. Well, that was sign number 1. Sign number 2, he didn't say a word. He looked at Kagero. Kagero looked at him. She looked away immediately. he still looked, but then looked away with that look of, it's that look of regret. Like, I'm going to regret bringing her out here. Sure enough, arms. Like, my man got the Jax treatment from MK9.
I mean, yo, Sub-Zero will be blushing in the corner somewhere seeing that shit. Like, God, like, let me tell you something, folks. The reason why I love this movie is that it plays like a video game, like a Mega Man video game, because Jubei and them have to go through these 8 demon sub and shit.
The eight demons will come on Mega Man style.
What was the name of ninja dude that was in the shadows in this movie?
Shizima.
I fucking love his design and makeup because that motherfucker literally was like a ninja in the shadows, just pop up.
I hate those ninjas that seem so super OP like him. I hate them.
Yo,
because I know it don't take much to kill them.
No, hold on, D. You can't really say he's super OP considering his screen time. He had I mean, hold on. He had that one scene of where, like, when he first showed up and shot out his freaking mechanical ninja claw at ZIOAN, and that shit didn't work.
Yeah.
And then the second time he did it was when, again, he comes out of the shadows and yoked up Kagero and took him to his hiding place, all on one leg, my nigga.
I like how remember when he first showed up and Jubei took that big ass swipe and took out all those legs. This nigga not only landed on the one leg, but then goes hopping full force into the forest.
Into the forest.
No, and look. You might as well let him have 2 legs because he was just as gone with one damn leg.
Like, I ain't never seen a ninja disappear. You do know he could have easily just hopped into a shadow and could have just said peace out.
See, this is what I'm saying, Eris. Like, when you have those characters who are like good example like Storm off of X-Men. Dog, by all accounts, why are there any more players on the board? They should be all dead at this point. But you have to find some bullshit way of either killing them or keeping them back, whatever you have to do. Because those characters, the longer you linger, it's gonna be like, so why does everybody have a pulse?
Let me tell you something.
You have to get rid of them quickly.
D, let me tell you something. Why I love the character Shijima. First of all, that nigga does not skip leg day where he can outrun he can outrun Jubei on one leg.
Ever see a 3-legged dog run the block? It's actually amazing. You don't know how he does it, but he do it.
Hold up. I just had to ask that question. Jubei in full sprint. How do you lose a one-legged ninja?
Man, that nigga, look, you gotta understand, man. He was jumping.
It is inexcusable for you to lose him.
I'll tell you what was funny.
Beat Jubei's ass if I was his coach, man. Like, nigga, for real? Did you call that hustle? He had one leg.
There was something that I noticed in anime. And hey, bold of them to do that. Change it up for once. I love how they make the blind sword master the cockiest motherfucker ever, and they still lose. Fucking Majuro, his fight with Jubei, I clearly, again, since the last time we did this movie, I forgot how that fight is. The fact that he got duped by Kagero's sword and the thing.
Kagero's sword gets lodged into the bamboo tree, and because he took one swipe at her and she didn't recover the weapon, he took one swing and hit it, giving Jubei that window of, oh snap, I could use my Mega Man weapon. That's his weakness.
I'm laughing because it's like impossible, and I'm like, well, it's not impossible. You just hit a fucking false sword and he just stabbed you.
All right, real quick.
She didn't see that, did you?
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. All right, time for D to admit his weeaboo-ness. I had some bamboo that grew in my backyard. And look, I try to recreate it. It looks terrible. Look, the point is,
you go ghost dog in your backyard.
Huh?
You go ghost dog in your backyard.
Hey, Chris, I was already a fat nigga with cornrows. You're not going to sit here on my podcast and embarrass me. Fuck you. Why you laughing so hard?
Because I'm sorry. When Ghost of Tsushima dropped, I love how we as black folks made ghost dog jokes.
All the ghost dog jokes, the memes came out.
Because it's so accurate.
Yeah.
Literally us fulfilling our weeboo dreams in a fucking video game, and it was perfect.
He ain't lying.
Oh my god. No, it was so funny. No, real talk. I told my kids, my son was like, Dad, you gonna get Ghost of Tsushima? Like, nah, I'm getting Sekiro first. Why you getting that first? I'm like, son, it's my dream, nigga. You ain't gonna stop me. I'm about to drop this junk in black and white, gonna make it look like a Kurosawa film. Shit about to be all, man.
It's like this is gonna be the opening scene to Sanjuro.
Look, dude, I told it to my son, and then I'm gonna put it back in color because Sekio's like Dark Souls, so I'm gonna be on it for a while.
I'm sorry, yo. Them white developers can try to take the credit all they want to. They had one black weeaboo on that development team that was like, put Kurosawa black and white in it. I know they did.
No. I gotta be honest with you. Chris, by what I see of white liberals, no, that was a white guy. We gotta put Kurosawa in here. We have to respect him. See Kurosawa-san. No, he'll hit this. See, Kurosawa-san, the nigga ain't here. Why you putting "san" on the end of that?
So D, so you trying to tell me that they pulled a Jeff Keighley?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
They pulled a Jeff Keighley, like how he acts whenever Kojima enters the room.
I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised if they try to redo Ninja Scroll. Some liberal person be like, "What if we did Ninja Scroll in black and white?" And I'd be like, "Shut the fuck up and get out."
No. What if we did Ninja Scroll, but this time we made Jubei a woman? They don't want to be Ninja Scroll.
They did do that. It was from Madhouse called Jubei-chan.
Jubei-chan was okay.
That's what it was okay. No. Here's the difference, Chris. At least that was made and released. I'm about to jump into something. So for anyone who is out there wandering around YouTube and just happen to type in Ninja Scroll sequel and you see this whole 3-minute ass trailer of footage, just straight footage of what looks to be a complete film called Ninja Scroll 2. Everyone has been asking since 2012, including my best friend, when they gonna release it? When they gonna put it out? Here is the problem, everybody. Number one, the original Ninja Scroll was not popular in Japan. Ninja Scroll found success in America. Yeah. Now, where my best friend fails to understand that is how can they not be a success? That movie was so good when we got it over here in the 90s. Here's me. Sir, I lived in that country for 7 years. I traveled across 5 different prefectures and cities asking people, have you ever seen this movie? Do you know this movie even exists? Have you heard of it? I showed them pictures. They have never seen it.
Are you that serious? It's that bad?
Dude, this movie was almost unheard of in Japan.
Equivalent of that, D, as somebody that does Gunpla and stuff, G Gundam was not fucking popular in Japan.
Yeah, I know G Gundam wasn't. I knew that. But
level of Ninja Scroll though, like that's why I was like, that's the big because a lot of people forget because if people see G Gundam, it was like, man, how was that show popular? Yeah, because in the US we ate the shit up, but
yeah, we did. Same as Ninja Scroll. And you want to know something? You want to know something else? Another series that we ate up as kids, but wasn't popular in Japan, Ronin Warriors.
Yep. Yeah. Samurai Troopers is not that popular.
So anyway, going back to Ninja Scroll 2. The problem with Ninja Scroll 2 is that they were looking for an anime company to invest in. Kawajiri has been shopping this movie around.
Madhouse never picked it up.
Madhouse did work on it. They needed a company to publish it.
Oh, okay.
And when everybody looked at it and said no, because wait, this is a sequel. What happened to the first one? Then it wasn't that popular. I don't think we're going to invest the money. Here's me being that guy. Madhouse, Kawajiri, Netflix.
Thank you.
They'll buy anything.
Netflix will buy anything for. It's like, oh shit, it's Netflix only.
Son, Netflix is the Fox of the 90s. They buy anything.
Netflix will suck your dick for Ninja Scroll. What are you talking about?
I mean, shoot, I say shop that shit to Hulu. It's
No. Netflix is throwing money. Give it to Netflix.
Look, I agree. I agree. I agree. Making it exclusive for Netflix. Say you got the sequel, get a hold of whatever voice cast you need to get, and just put that shit out there. Because seriously, when you look at it, animation wise, it looks good. Like it looked like it has not left. It hasn't left that skeleton of the first film. I mean, it's clearly being, colorized with computers, but it still has that same look, that same aesthetic.
But my thing is this: I think Ninja Scroll is just one of those movies you can just do one of, and that's all. Because then when they did that TV series, it wasn't the same.
Well, of course. I mean, I don't even think Kawajiri even had anything to do with that sequel either.
But yeah,
and to be honest, I feel like they were pressured into making that TV series because of the backlash from Ninja Resurrection.
Yeah,
and how many people swore up and down thinking that this was going to be Ninja Scroll 2.
Let me ask you this though, right? So, Yoromaru. I love how the whole movie, he's the guy that's using the dead people on strings and stuff and, leading people to get killed and stuff through that. Because basically the whole plan is...
Yurimaru, he didn't...
I think he was doing the strings without his girl. Well,
Sakura was the one who would fill up dead bodies with gunpowder.
Yeah, and then blow them up. Or in this case, basically what they were doing was Gemma, Jubei's former person that he thought he killed... found a place that had a lot of gold. He wanted to hide it, so he told his men to kill themselves in order to keep that shit secret. So what he was doing was the villages that were near where the gold was, near the gold mines and stuff, he had dead bodies throw up, use what's her face to kind of get the dead bodies to roll up there to make it seem as though it was like some sort of like plague or whatever.
Well, the way they did it was they just killed the villagers, poison the well first.
Yeah, I'm about to say
poison
to make it look like it.
Yeah, they poisoned the well and killed the villagers by doing it, and then just had people and led people to believe that it was an epidemic.
Yeah, and everybody would kind of like just get away from those villages. And I was like, that's genius, but fucked up. Like, God,
it's genius. It's genius. And also, wait a minute, they got everybody to be out that town in one day, and nobody complained.
Not a single person.
Wow. It's like if you just shut up and put on your mask, everything.
I knew you were gonna bring it back to mask.
No, you know why? Because the second I heard it's an epidemic, oh no.
No, I love it when I watched it with the subtitles because my man said it's an epidemic. It's like an epidemic. The hell with that.
Dude.
My man kicked up dust running.
I was like, so let me get this shit straight. One dead body show up. And the whole town says, nah, we done. That tells me one thing. People of color, no.
Not only that, first of all, the moment that body dropped, you already heard all the officials in that town say, keep moving. It says this village, like the entrance and exit of this village is off limits. It says we are expecting an epidemic. So everybody who's still alive, get out.
I'll tell you something.
Tell you, man. I told you this what happens when you be letting them Koreans into the country. What? I didn't say nothing that was controversial.
I'll tell you something. Can you imagine? We're like, if I had a house and stuff at RSD or over there, we talking in the yard, and some zombie-esque person says plague, and they drop. My black ass is getting boxes and moving the fuck up out of here.
Bullshit, Chris.
We're out.
The second I see a white lady looking sickly coming out the bushes, going, I'm running.
Oh yeah, I'm running too. Don't get it.
See,
most I do is throw a rock at the bitch.
Now hold on. Now while my two co-hosts will pack bags, run, D might possibly throw a rock. I'm gonna pull out that freaking compound bow that fires arrows at 300 pounds a second. And get my Daryl.
First off, you're not.
Hey, Chris, Harris,
goddamn yard. All right,
Harris, you back there. Harris, you back there having burgers with me and Chris. The only thing you got on is your phone and your iPod Nano. So let's not.
Nah, nigga.
Turn to Homer Simpson, throw his underwear, rip it out.
Nigga. No, D. No, seriously. I will pop the trunk.
Eris, you are pop the trunk and not. And
you think I wouldn't bring a Come on, you think I wouldn't have a crossbow at least?
Eris, I hate to say it like this. I don't think you can fire a regular bow and arrow.
I gotta be honest with you. It'd probably be like Shaun of the Dead when they were throwing the fucking disc, throwing the records at the fucking zombies.
Yo, why Eris trying to do? Look, like, I can imagine Eris does that shit.
First of all, jokes on D. Jokes on D. Like, one of my schools I was teaching at actually had an archery class.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, Oliver Queen, I get it. You have a crossbow. You can shoot. Good for you. Point is, you're going to be doing the exact same thing.
I was in Japan for 5 years. And now
I was training in Japan for 5 years. Now, Eris can talk this shit because I ain't got proof.
Yeah. Eris
can sit there and lie. Here's me. That nigga the beast. I can't.
But see, Eris will do that shit Ollie did to Diggle in the first episode where he did the Vulcan nerve pinch and put Diggle to sleep and then kill those guys, and we wake up like, the fuck happened?
No. What was it? Shit. I'm thinking. See, I fucking hate South Park. It just ruined everything for me. Anyway, look, let's just move on. But here's the thing. Though. The thing that does get me though is that I knew it still kind of gets me. I never understand how poison tasters work. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's like
I always question
king, and then if they died, well, we ain't touching that food today. So,
well, look, Chris, I get that poison taster.
It's quite simple when you are somebody of importance, and you do know that you have enemies. They will find many ways to assassinate you via poison or send an actual assassin to come in with a weapon and kill you. There's that. I mean, anybody can just poison food, poison drinks. So you let your poison tester do it first.
I think it's real to a degree because there are people that like eat hot peppers and they're immune to it because they eat so much of it and they built up.
I don't know, but poison tasters. See, that's what I'm saying. People that can taste poison, spit it out real quick. I believe that's true to an extent. But the way they always play it off in like any type of fantasy setting, it's like, okay, dog.
Like if they get bit by a brown recluse, kill you in real life, but in anime somehow there's some. Let me tell you something. Brown recluse bite you, you're dead within an hour, right? If you don't get somewhere. In anime, I'm good for another 5 years.
I'm good for another 5 years.
We're good.
You know what?
And then hold on. And then when a human spider jumps out of the freaking forest with a crossbow and shoots you, and then has the nerve to give you a long ass monologue saying that bolt is covered in the venom of the Brazilian wandering spider.
It doesn't hurt that much. It's just another doesn't hurt that much. It's just another Sunday afternoon, whatever.
So soon your lungs will cease to draw breath.
I like how there was a nigga that literally had murder hornets living in his back.
I like how
living in his back.
I like how he only had control to the extent that he did, because like when Jubei got his ass underwater, the bees were like, "What? Water?" and just went nuts.
Yeah, they stung. First of all, nigga,
as much shit out of his ass.
They stung the shit out of him just to escape, and it's like, dog, game. Like, first of all, game is game, dog. Y'all are already underwater. You ain't getting out.
I just like how the bees. I just like how those wasps are like, nah, nigga, let's get out. Survival.
Also, Jubei being underwater on some fucking gotcha shit was great because he was like, any minute now, and bam, got your legs.
But I was like,
first of all, when
you've been under there.
No, first of all, when you're under the water and you had enough time to not only swim over but concentrate long enough just to line
in a circle, giant ass circle back to the
same spot. No. The fact that you got right up under him and you had enough time to concentrate your swipe underwater.
No air bubbles pop up, by the way.
And see, that's the best part about anime is that physics underwater doesn't count either. You can just do a swipe like that and still go at 100 miles per hour. There's no resistance whatsoever. You can just do shit like that.
I just thought it was hilarious how you just see the leg just fly right off, and all you heard was ah.
And I like how Yoromaru and old girl were talking like, I guess he got him with the mouth,
with the throat, like the throat needle.
Caught that nigga.
The ninja's falling victim to the throat. First, you know what? We witnessed the very first commentary.
That was a commentary. It really was. But hey, to his credit though, he did tell him to back off. This is his kill. So, all right.
He did. He's like, all right. I'm like, all right, I'll let you have it.
All right, nigga, you got it.
But we have to talk about the fact that, look, I love how after round one of Jubei and Kagura getting away from Tasai, Jubei is walking down the street and sees a horse come past. I'm like, I wonder what the hassle is. And you see a giant fist come.
How do you like how that nigga just reached the end? Like, you thought I forgot about your ass, nigga. For real.
Dude, Jubei still talked to shit and then got punched like 10 bajillion times. I'm like, how's Jubei not dead? Oh, that's right, plot armor.
Plot armor, despite the fact that his whole internal organs was mush.
Came out my ass. If that shit happened, I'm dead after the first hit. Like, that one sucks.
Yeah, that first punch, that was like when he punched that first time, ribs. Second time, livers. Second time he punched it, I was like, both his kidneys, they're done. They're shut down. There's nothing else.
Jubei shit himself like 5 times so far. So.
You get punched in the stomach that many times and then seismic tossed into a lamppost.
Bro, a rock lamppost at that.
And here's the best part. The only thing we knew of Jubei going through any of that is when this nigga was in the water and he yanked out a tooth. I like, that was it. You sure didn't puke out your fucking pancreas, nigga. He just beat you in the stomach.
Meanwhile, 9-year-old Chris, when he loses the tooth, oh man, it hurts getting his tooth out. Ah.
Oh, man, I like how that shocked you, Chris. Like, oh my god.
Of all things, he lost one tooth.
That's what I'm saying, though. But Jubei just takes out an adult tooth and just like, whatever. Like,
he really had that look like, damn, he really made me lose a tooth.
All right. Hey, but you know what the best part about that is? Even though Jubei get out of that, here comes your girl showing up with the steam, and the snake tattoos, and the whole time I like how she's talking to Jubei, and you slowly see that sword coming over to her, like, yeah. What's up? Yeah, my name Jubei Kimagara. Yeah, I'm going down the street. Yeah. Got your ass. What you
Jubei keeps that thing on him all the time.
Yo, I love it because
I keep that thing up on my waist.
I like it because when you first see the scene, you just see him leaning back talking, right? And then when the camera goes back on him, you slowly see the hilt of the sword coming to the frame.
Did you love the Wayne Brady moment where it's like Sherman Hemsley?
Everything got all slow. First of all, everything got all slow motion. Everything was turning red, and then you notice her snake tattoos are moving and shit.
Next thing you know, you see the background, black people, white people.
I swear to God, when that happened, I know Jubei was tripping balls. Like, did I drink something in the water?
What made that scene so great? First of all, if anyone listening to the podcast, y'all ever been to Japan? Go to a Japanese onsen. Shit is amazing.
Black people like Goku because he makes Ichiro look like Brian Gumble. I don't know.
Nigga, he was stuck in that trance for a hot second until that freaking shuriken comes flying out of nowhere and stabbed him and then snapped him out of it.
Man, Daquan hit that nigga dead on the arm. Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
first of all, Daquan coming out of the shadows pulls a full Steph Curry shot.
First of all, Daquan ain't shit because number one, this motherfucker is like, all right, I need this motherfucker to help me, but I know his ass gonna want money. So how about I poison his ass and he gotta help my ass anyway?
And and he'll still get the money.
He'll still get the money anyway. But also, I like how he ran away from old boy. He was like, I missed that old guy, and the motherfucker turned into a goddamn tree.
He was a tree.
Oh man! Hey, look! I'm sorry. That's actually one of my favorite lines in the whole movie. He was like, what do you say? He's like, interesting.
He uses a strange technique.
And all you say, you just see this nigga lean up. Yours is interesting too. When he said that, I don't know why. Something like, this is going to be a good movie. That's what I got. That's the feeling I got when I saw that.
Real talk. I'm mad because I felt like, you know what, Daquan, we should have seen more of you in this
How come
movie.
Daquan wasn't fighting the ninja? That would have been a funny ass fight right there.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because Kawajiri does like putting the old guys in his movies, and they always either have to be perverted or they talk too much. One of the two, preferably both.
Well, in Ninja Scrolls case, he combined the old pervert from Wicked City and Mephisto from Demon City Shinjuku.
I was about to say Mephisto, right? Yeah.
He combined those two characters and made Daquan.
But I like how he told Kagura near the end, it's like, I mean, you can fuck Jubei if you want to, help with this poison. I mean, I'm not saying you have to fuck him, but
Come on, ninja girl, break him off a piece.
No, see the way he said it, the way he heavily implied it, like in the dub. Like, first of all, she literally yoked herself up against a wall in total shock. Like, this is what she has to do in order to cure her poison.
Time out. I like to sit there and say that
Come on, bust that thing down.
But I like the transition
on the set.
But like, I like how the transition of her realizing that all of a sudden you see Shijima's perverted ass just come out the shadows. And
Yes.
Only thing that was missing was who was that? Not your boy, the fat one, Spice Adams. The Spice Adams.
That's all he was doing was just like.
As soon as she's backing up, she's just in total shock that this is what she has to do. And my man is like, "No, I'm serious. This is the only way it can be done. If you really want to save his life, then you must do it. There is no other way."
But oh man, are you serious? Now, Kagero, you know there are no positive females in these movies.
But time out though, right? Now here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? So Tasai is giving Jubei the bits, right? And what had me rolling was like all of a sudden Tasai Brock starts breaking up and Jubei, kills him, right?
Yeah, he thought that first slash against his body was what did him in.
Yeah, but what you end up finding out was that when Tasai was kissing up Kagero, the poison basically was what was damaging him, and then that's how he was getting killed and stuff. But you didn't know that because you thought Jubei was just this badass that just did it and it was like, oh shit, I guess I did kill him.
Well,
you know how bad it was with Daco. I pretty much shattered his ego by saying, yeah, by the way, the guy that you killed was actually poisoned by her. So all you did, first of all, she pretty much did all the work. You just came in and just, you took down his last 2 health points.
Dude, I'm sorry. It's a Final Fantasy X reference. It's kind of like when you're facing off against Seymour and Mount Gagazet and you poison him and he can't do his ultimate move and then bam, you win the fight because you poison him and shit. That's what that was.
If you use poison and it's just eating away at his health and he's down to like 2 or 3 health points, and then one of your characters that didn't do shit uses a freaking limit attack, and you're like, yo, you overkilling ass motherfucker.
I'll tell you something. Tasai up to that point was just broken as hell. Him and that fucking Crocodile Dundee boomerang and shit was just murking people.
I'm just mad. I love how he one-handed in that scene right when he was with Kagero, and he picked it up. He's like, now, see, you fucked up. I told you to run.
Hey, that running didn't do shit.
And I loved it. And the only reason I loved it, Eris, and I always sat and questioned why I loved it. And I looked at it this time, and I got a Blu-ray cut of the movie. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's why I love it. The animation, just with him,
beautiful.
Just with him twirling that fuck ass boomerang sword in his hand, him twirling in his hand, the animation for that is just beautiful. This movie doesn't do what you call fluid animation, but every now and then it does fluid animation with like the sword swipes and stuff like that, and it looks pretty. It just looks pretty, man. Just gorgeous ass animation, man. I think that. And like it is, I'm sorry to cut you off, Eris. It reminds me, like me and Eris had offline. One of Eris's favorite artists is Masami Obari, and I say that every artist, despite what you think of them, has a plus point to them. And I said my thing about Obari, and I'll say it for another time on the show. But when it comes to Kawajiri, I think, we talk about his line work, how he makes certain people look, the hair, the chins, the long faces. We say that stuff about Kawajiri, but I think what gets underrated about him is how pretty he can make a scene look, how just action packed, how much emotion you can see on the characters' faces. One of the like even in that scene, remember when he went to side cut Jubei's hat, and the hat fell apart, and he's just sitting there. That pose right there is just so iconic.
That split open hat.
Oh my god! It like all of that is pretty animation, and the animators the art directors that took time on this movie. That's why I like about the fact that it did bomb in Japan. But the fact that America gave it so much love, and you can look at how much influence it had on our own culture within anime culture, it's amazing. And this is a movie that nobody gave a fuck about in Japan.
None.
Imagine that shit.
I mean, I'm just saying, like,
if you just imagine, Chris, you go to Norway and you looking at everywhere. Wait a minute, the Clumps. Oh, the Clumps is the best movie of all time. That's how that is.
Now when I say that this movie, like, this is one of those movies that still stands the test of time. Like, it holds up very well. Prime example: the background picture you see of our live stream right now. Like the shot of Jubei walking on that old bridge is like, you look at that shit on Blu-ray, you're thinking to yourself, "Holy shit, this is amazing."
It looks
like
perfect,
gorgeously animated.
And somebody asked, like, why they don't. Somebody did ask me this, like, why they don't animate the way they used to. The bomb, the whole financial bubble blew up in Japan. That messed up everything, and animation took it the worst.
Yep.
Anime, it's put it this way. Thank God Dragon Ball was on the air.
I mean, I
think niggas would have went broke.
I was gonna say Dragon Ball was pretty much done in Japan for.
But
I'm
gonna say at that point, they like, I'm like going into the 90s. Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball were keeping all the lights. The rest of y'all niggas were struggling.
I mean, but on the flip side of it, though, a lot of reason why. Like you said, the financial bubble had burst, but at the same time, anime itself was changing. It was changing to where now when they draw anything, they draw it and then paint it. They paint on top of it using computers.
They had to. It was one of those things where, well, look, put it that not they had to. It was like animation was going to, that was
going to evolve to catch up anyway.
Yeah,
I think they had to make it evolve to where it was more cost effective because because traditionally hand drawn animation, I don't care what country you're in, is expensive as hell.
Well, I mean, it's the reason why we said it with fighting games and stuff, which is still to this day, I'm still shocked that Guilty Gear is still doing that 2DS thing, but I know that's a different. It's pretty much doing what they're doing with modern anime, where they're doing computers.
I was gonna say ever since not Melty Blood, but ever since. Ever since Blaze Blue, when Blaze Blue came out, it was like the characters, the models were hand drawn, but everything was animated using computers.
Yeah,
and that's the same thing that's led up to this iteration of Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird that, like, meanwhile you look at something like Street Fighter and KOF, they're not doing that type of animation anymore. Which you kind of wish they did, because KOF, especially after 13, it was like, damn, this shit's fucking expensive. Let's go ahead and switch over to that.
Like good example, like when we was watching like the Dragon Ball movie that just came out, Super Broly, you can tell when it was hand drawn. You can tell when it's hand drawn because the second they start fighting, just real talk. This just comes from years of us watching Dragon Ball. Oh, that was computer. Oh, that was computer animated. You can tell because the way they had to make the characters move and all the rest of that. Doing that hand drawn would have been fucking ridiculous. Oh, that would have been ridiculous to do half of that crap hand drawn. So you kind of had to do that. But
what you do, you know what? It begs this question. Then imagine if Dragon Ball Super Broly was made in the 90s.
Ooh.
You know what?
That movie would have been hella expensive.
Oh yeah, I mean, you look at the early Broly movies. Yeah,
you can
but the big difference is if this movie was made in the 90s, we would have had, in my personal opinion, the better art director doing it.
Oh yeah. And see, that's the other thing. The art directors had to change over, and that's just because the studios trying, like you said again, trying to be cost effective and all the rest of that. If you don't believe me that anime took a hit in animation, a lot of the TV series, and the OVAs at the time, I will say between 96 and 2002 is some of the most garbage animation you will ever effing see. I mean, it is just terrible. And it was like, well, Cowboy Bebop came out at the time. Here's the thing. Watanabe.
Episodes. It was a solo series with no multiple seasons. Yeah, you can do that.
But also, Watanabe, because Watanabe was a part of all those animators that were making money in the 80s. And by the time that happened, when he got his own show, I'm gonna call him my boy, he did this. I'm gonna call him my boy, he did that. The reason why Cowboy Bebop is so gorgeous is because Watanabe made that a passion project.
He made, it was so much of a passion project that about 5 years later, he made a second one called Samurai Champloo.
And then he made another one about a fucking black ass chick in Brazil. Another passion project.
You can really tell because but notice how.
And then did it again with Space Dandy.
Space Dandy's fucking amazing. But here's a funny thing. All those you just named, Space Dandy is the only one I can say that kind of lacks in the animation. That's the only one I can say that lacks in the animation.
You want to know the dumb? You don't want to know the real dumb part, T? Space Dandy is the one that's actually popular in Japan.
And but here's the
unlike Champloo and Cowboy Bebop. That one is probably is the most popular of the three.
Which is ironic too, because he did a drama movie. He did a drama show called Kids on the Slope, and that was critically acclaimed over there.
Oh my God. You remember what was the name of that junk? He came out. No, he had something to do with Wolf's Reign, did he? He didn't make it.
He did part of the writing crew on that.
Yeah.
Didn't he direct an episode or something?
Yeah, he directed an episode.
He directed a few of them. I know he did.
He was part of the writing staff for Wolf's Reign.
Put it this way, I think that was his boys project, and he was like, I'm gonna put you over, that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, but like I said, you can tell that certain animators went their own way. Some animators said, I'm done with doing that, I'm just gonna do manga. Some animators, like Eris's boy, I'm gonna make hentai.
I mean, I'll take it so far as like with Gundam. It's funny because Gundam Unicorn, and I mean, I'm pretty sure the years of us going to anime conventions and stuff, and Eris knows this. Remember when Gundam Unicorn came out and they were putting them out on OAVs, one episode at a time on Blu-ray for like 60 bucks?
Yeah, I remember that.
It's because they were hand drawing that shit, and it was a long fucking process. That's why Gundam Unicorn, it took like 5 years for the whole.
I was gonna say, wasn't it like a 5-year project?
Yep.
These things, and that's
they were hand drawing that shit, and it was like, God damn, this is a lot.
Dude, if it takes, like, I remember like Ghost in the Shell. I remember when they was talking about Ghost in the Shell, the second gig. They was talking about every episode cost them $1 million, and they was like pissed. And everybody was like, "How's that a big problem for a television show? That's a big problem." And number two, that means it's going to take longer to animate. And the
take longer to animate, and for to get that money back, they needed people watching the show.
And I'm gonna be real with you. I love Ghost in the Shell, but Ghost in the Shell ain't been the same since the first movie came out. So the quality has always been dipping. You know what I mean? So it sucked for the second gig, because the second gig to me, I thought was a stronger story than the Laughing Man story. And on top of that, but I'm looking at it like animation wise, you can tell that it took a bump. Even though it cost more than the first season, you can tell like one or two animators is like, yeah, I'm out.
And that's the thing about Ninja Scroll, because you were mentioning the whole thing with this movie with the animation and stuff. I want people to understand, when you watch this movie on DVD and VHS back in the day, right? And you watch when they put these anime on Blu-ray, the quality is very much different, especially in dark scenes, because I didn't notice it until they redid Cowboy Bebop, and y'all know the fucking episode.
Ever since I told you about the changes, Chris.
Oh, actually, no.
What episode?
Ballad of Fallen Angels, when they were fucking in the dark and stuff. Clear as day,
Ballad of Fallen Angels and Real Folk Blues Part 1 and 2.
Yeah, I can
all those super dark scenes finally got cleaned up.
Even in Gundam Wing.
Yeah, and even with Gundam Wing, but with Ninja Scroll, the thing that was the thing I always liked about Ninja Scroll and movies like it is when animation studios still have access to the original film negative. you can do a whole lot more with it. It's like getting getting a raw image file to edit in Lightroom. If that shit's raw,
everybody says that when it comes to the movies, if you have the original copy, I think we were talking about with Dolomite Is My Name. They were saying that if Rudy Ray Moore actually had his raw copies of that movie and they weren't lost, a lot of studios would have been able to do more in terms of distribution.
Right. That's what happened. But that's what happened with with that movie is, of course, Ninja Scroll. They got the original master print of that film, so they could print out Blu-ray copies of that movie for years.
The same thing with Akira when they finally came out with the Blu-ray. They had the original voices and the Japanese and all that stuff. It's like they had that actual original raw footage and stuff of it.
And you know what? I always and me and Eris, we've been talking about this, especially when it comes to Dragon Ball and how they distribute their shit and how America is be lacking on it. A part of me also is not that and I'm not disagreeing with you when I say this, Eris. Eris is right. It is the American side that like Funimation and like any studio houses doing it themselves. But also, I'm just gonna be real. What we have learned by doing this, two people that are assholes to work with, Toho and Toei. They are such dicks.
If you're not giving Toei money, if you don't tip Toei money,
Toei don't care. And if you do anything that Toho thinks that you're gonna do, they want to snatch it.
But it's ridiculous. No, I disagree because number one, it's Funimation. They got money. They bought up not all of, but 90% of Central Park Media stuff when that company
totally understand that.
And then on top of that, like anytime a company goes under, Funimation is usually sneaking right in and snatching up IPs like it's nobody's business.
But yeah, I get that.
Hold on, D. Then now getting the Dragon Ball. Notice that when when all 5 seasons of Dragon Ball was printed on the blue box collector's edition, they were printed perfectly. 4:3 aspect ratio, the original Japanese broadcast audio, which was the best quality, including the English version with the Japanese music. They did that fine. One run of that, nothing else needed to be done. Let's switch over to Dragon Ball Z. And Dragon Ball Z is the only one. It is the only one that they do this bullshit with, and I get so sick of this shit every time that they announce a new release of Dragon Ball Z on Blu-ray or DVD or a box set or whatever dumb shit, whatever dumb marketing, whatever dumb marketing bullshit that they want to come up with. First of all, you completely fuck with the aspect ratio. Second of all, you're giving us audio tracks that don't make any sense. You put no effort whatsoever into releasing these, and you got the nerve to put them out at discounts.
I did not. Did I not say that? I'm not disagreeing.
No, D. I'm not saying that you're disagreeing. I'm just ranting real quick about how much I can't stand Funimation's bullshit practices because they only do this with Dragon Ball Z because they know that Americans are stupid enough to go out and buy this bullshit and keep giving them money to do this over and over again.
They're the EA of anime. You should have known this already.
Actually, I still don't think they are.
And you want to know? No.
I know else. I know there's somebody evil out there lurking.
No, here's something else. Chris, D, I'm pretty sure you've probably seen this. There were 2 volumes that were released on Blu-ray. Remember Dragon Ball Z Level 1 and Level 2 that had Goku and Vegeta on the front cover? That was the Blu-ray print of the Dragon Box set from Japan. It was done right. It was done perfectly. They canceled that. After the second volume, they canceled what was going to be a perfect run and completely fucked all that up and gave us bullshit print after bullshit print after bullshit print leading up to that leading up to the Dragon Ball Saga box set, which was probably the biggest fucking disaster ever. That $400 piece of shit was horrible.
But anyway. You already said it, and Chris reiterated it. Yeah, They're going to do that because stupid ass Americans are going to buy it.
You see
Like-
why I kept my orange box set and didn't buy anything else? I was like,
Even
nope.
the orange box set is flawed. Chris.
No. I bought it because I knew Funimation was going to cash grab and everybody's going to sucked into it. And I was like, nope, I'm not touching it. Nope, I'll stick with the orange stuff. I'll deal
And
with
it's
it.
funny. And it's funny how, to me, Funimation, they can't do it as much as they want to, but they can't price control like they wanted to. Remember when ADV went down and they went nuts and started overcharging everything for every piece of thing, and all of a sudden Discotech had put out a list. It was like, oh shit, we gotta lower the prices now.
Yeah, because all these companies was like, no, you're not going to sit there and try to milk everybody for all their money. Like, no. Fuck
But
that.
it's kind of funny. As much as I think Funimation is, and I can agree with that, they are a bit of EA. I don't know why. A part of me feels like Viz is fucking people, and we just don't know it. Like it feels like Viz has been doing it. Like I'm not saying that they have been, and I'm just saying like all of it. Like, you know how everybody looks at the obvious evil in the room, and it's like, that's not the. No, it's not. No. Like a part of me, like we have been letting. Like a part of me just like, we've been letting Viz coast for weeks. Open up them books, nigga.
I mean, you know, I always tell Eris this. I was like, well, at least you weren't there when Tokyo Pop was just raping us in the ass.
Nigga.
I mean, I do have
all you anime kids.
DVDs. I'm just saying.
Oh my God, Chris. All these little kids. Oh man, Netflix, Hulu, that's how I watch my nigga, you wasn't there. You wasn't there for the Tokyo Pop shit, nigga.
Tell you about a time where Tokyo Pop took advantage of my dumb ass and loving Fast and Furious. It's like, you like Initial D? Bend over and play for these DVDs.
No. Here comes Eris. No, Eris's cousin finessed Tokyo Pop for how many years with that dumb series, Eris?
Oh, a Street Fury.
That was Eris's cousin. I know Eris don't want to admit it. That was his cousin. That's your cousin, dude.
I wish Big C. I wish Carl
Big C was your cousin.
I wish he was my cousin because, for one thing, first of all, Street Fury wasn't shit until he became the host.
Do you remember? Like, I don't remember how it was before he showed up. I don't want to remember.
I put the videos in the in our group chat. I said, "Yo, y'all want to see what Street Fury looked like before Big C became the host?" Yeah, them shits was like documentaries with no hype put in it whatsoever.
I think one of the worst things ever, man. Like, look, y'all niggas one day for when Central Park Media was overcharging for niggas. Y'all wasn't there. Y'all niggas wasn't there when Bandai was still a thing. Y'all niggas was not there when it was Pioneer Entertainment, nigga.
I still say Bandai for when we do Gundam because me and Prime can go all in on Bandai on that one. Ooh.
I still do want to point out how many companies this movie Ninja Scroll, circling back, how many distribution companies has this movie went through? When we first got our hands on it back in the 90s, it was Manga Entertainment, and then it was Manga Entertainment for years because remember they printed it was Manga UK who printed the 10th, I think it was 10th or 15th anniversary DVD that came.
And also their UK subsidiary was the first one to put steelbooks out before we got it in America.
They were the first one to do it. It went to them. First it was manga. Yeah, first
Sentai Film Works.
No, I'm saying first it was manga, then Manga UK, then
Sentai.
No, it was Discotech, then Sentai Film Works.
Okay, yeah,
Discotech. Discotech?
Yeah, Discotech for a hot minute, I remember. Yeah. Actually, here's how I know he's right, because 1 year at Otakon, they were promoting the shit out of the fucking movie at their booth.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember. So you're right.
Because at first, because when I walked over, I was like, wait, Discotech has Ninja Scroll? Mm-hmm. And I was like, hold up. I see, you mean tell me Manga Entertainment let the license expire? They didn't try to renew it.
I like how we're aging ourselves, remembering anime conventions when all these fucking companies had Ninja Scroll.
Yo, wait a minute. So who owns the rights now?
Sentai Film Works.
Yeah, Sentai
Film Works. Okay.
They still own it. They still own it because you can buy it off Right Stuff on the Blu-ray and everything.
Yeah, they are the newest owner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
So and that's one of the things I liked was just knowing that many companies have gotten their hands on this movie because there are still people that still love this movie. Like a good example of a scene that's very memorable when it comes to Ninja Scroll. Did you like the kill box that Sakura set up with Yurimaru and the rat?
Man.
Okay, look, here's the thing. Why is it that every time I see that scene and I see the rat come out, it's always new to me? For whatever reason, I'm like, wait a minute, what's the rat doing? And the second it kills over, it hits me. Oh yeah, it's the bomb.
Time out though. I gotta be real about this.
I hate how that always sneaks up on me.
I joked last time if you guys happened to see the pre-stream when we were talking about Metal Gear Solid 5 and Master Miller being dead and shit. I gotta wonder here. So did Jubei just say, "Hey, rat, open your mouth and throw the bomb in there," and just waited for him to just walk up in there and then just say,
No. That was Homegirl that set that up.
That was Sakura set that up. Because remember, Jubei was hung up by freaking Yurimaru because Yurimaru damn near killed him.
I know Sakura said it, but I'm just saying, you put a bomb inside a rat and the rat just happened to walk in the same area. That's a lot of happenstance here, buddy.
No. No. I know what she did.
She got her hands on it. First of all, she got her hands on the rat, killed it, stuffed it with the gunpowder, and controlled it. Made it go into the room, which, by the way, was filled with additional gunpowder, and blew it up.
And before somebody say what, she controlled him. We had a snake come out of a woman's pussy. Shut up.
Also,
shut up.
Also, I'm getting Robot Chicken, Daredevil. I got to put my D's down, buddy.
Got to put my D's down. No, the thing that gets me though is that what's her name? What was her name again, Chris? I'm here, so I want to get her name right.
Sakura.
What was her name?
Sakura.
Oh yeah, Sakura. I just love the fact that she tried to get the Yurimaru earlier. He just tossed her ass. She's like, "All right, I see. You want some of Gimma's dick? Well, let me tell you something. Your skin flawed. Your fucking nails ain't good. Your edges messed up. That yee ass haircut you got on your head. You know what? It's cool. You out here lacking, and us bitches is fucking Gimma. Meanwhile, you up here playing with your strings. Bye, nigga. You broke, bitch. Bye."
I know.
This is what happens. This is what happens when the obvious gay man rejects your advances.
I like how, because I like
you could not sit there and read the damn room.
I love it when the girl is in love with the obvious gay dude, and the obvious gay dude has already had sex with her once, but he's disgusted with himself.
It just reminded me of Cher and Old Boy and fucking Clueless when he was like, "Cher, I'm gay." The fuck, man.
You just didn't see it, did you?
No, actually, for me, it wasn't nothing about being gay or nothing. For me, it was more like, so you ain't trying to hit this? So you trying to fuck Gemma? Oh, I bet you is. Okay, whatever, nigga. Here's him. And look,
all right, check this out. But do you know that nigga Gemma has been a Sato on the regular?
Ooh, yeah, I bet you didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that.
Wow. I know. Look, I understand.
You already know what she said after that. She's like, "Oh, you didn't know that. You have a good night."
I said, look, I'm just saying, could be me. It could be me. Look, I like how you Unimaru. The reason why I don't see this as a gay thing with him, it is gay, but I think it's more of he's like, "I don't want you, no fish, no. See, Gemma, he knows how to throw it down, and I need somebody that's strong in my life."
Also,
as Yurimaru would also say, you have to understand, Sakura, I am a power bottom.
I am. Look, you don't understand. Gemma actually sat and told me his dreams. He's a very deep man, and you don't respect him.
Side note. Gotta talk about Gemma and again his liquid snake trolling when he got up to Kagero like he was disguised as somebody. I fucking hollered so much.
Okay.
He was just hold on, Chris. He was disguised as the Chamberlain, and he stayed in that disguise for 3 days.
How do you like
Vincent, man? It was me, Austin. Ah, son of a
I like
bitch.
the fact. So what does that mean, D? That meant when Chamberlain was busting down that girl in the room,
Which was Benasato, by the way.
that was it was her, wasn't it? Wait a minute. So was that him?
Yes.
That was
Was
him.
that Gemma?
No, that was Gemma.
That was Gemma. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. So even at that time, you know what, say, Eris, thank you. That's what, see, that right there, I have to say that when it's a really good movie and you really, really love it, you will actually find new shit in there. You totally forgot whatever. That right there, I never noticed that. In the 20 years of watching this movie, Eris, that's the first time I realized that was her. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I thought it was just some random chick, just to be honest with you.
I thought it was too, but then when you realize the controlled number of characters in this movie, I'm like, no, there's not enough room for just random character to show up. If there's anybody that's random in this movie, is that damn horse that ran past Jubei. But guess what? You see that horse again later in the movie, and he's dead.
All it took was one horse, and everybody rolled out. One horse. Meanwhile, in Texas, half the state done died, and everybody like, we can go outside without a mask. We cool. It blew over.
Two things. As somebody that went through basic training in Texas weather can ride a fucking dick because it doesn't even know what it wants. One minute it's 90 degrees outside in January. All right, global warming. Fuck it. We fucked the earth up. Okay, check, get it right. Third week in basic training, all of a sudden it wants to be fall all of a sudden. Then freaking Warrior Week, it wants to snow on the ground. And then the following last week of my basic training, it wants to be 90 degrees outside. Make up your goddamn mind, Texas. That's all I'm saying.
Damn it, man. I hear that, nigga.
Chris, you are from the DMV, sir. It's the same shit.
No. Not that much of a whiplash, sir. DMV, I expect that. I expect a level of not that big of a whiplash, all right? But this, no. Texas is like, no, it doesn't know what it wants. So when I heard it,
Maryland, I look. The weather we get in the DMV is like the weather we get down in Florida. It's just that it snows up here instead of just raining for no fucking reason. That's the only difference.
But check it though.
It's the same type of crackhead, meth head ass weather. Will be 70 degrees today. Tomorrow it'll be 26 with a wind chill of 4.
But check it though. I like Gemma's end game though. It's like, look, I'm taking this gold and I'm gonna take your ninja squad and kill you, and we're just gonna go ahead and take over everything.
It's like, I'm gonna make the most powerful teams of ninjas ever.
I have gold. They're gonna ride for me, and I'm like, he has a point.
Which is, which you come to understand why he did this whole mess with the gold to begin with. Because, first of all, if the government got their hands on it,
come on now, nobody likes the government getting their hands on money. You know what happens?
See. First of all, the government would have seized it because Tokugawa would have definitely lost his power and influence if he did not get that gold.
Yep.
So when the chief retainers were supposed to report it, but instead got killed by Gemma and the Shogun of the Dark. When that happened, and Jubei, of course, avenged them, you notice that nobody reported the gold in the end. Like even with Gemma dead, someone could have still had said, "Hey, there's some gold in this old mine. Y'all might want to get their hands on it." And then that's when we find out from Dakwon that him, along with a bunch of other spies, were sent into the villages where the mine is and tried to investigate and get proper evidence. And of course, every time they tried to do that, only thing they got back was body bags.
I mean, side note, did you like how, before we get back to that though, I meant to mention this. When old girl's controlling old dude that got his arm ripped off at the beginning of Yeah, Hanzo got his arms ripped off, and I'm like looking at Kago like, do you not notice this nigga has no eyes, no arms, and you think that he's still alive? What made you?
And the fact that she tried to stop this nigga from walking, she's like, no, this the like, bitch, he's dead.
Like, first of all, his mouth is sewn up.
Thank you.
Eyes sewn up.
No, eyes were just gone because the man.
Yeah, they were gone. Yeah, they were dragged out. Yeah, you're right.
Dead for like the last 2 days in a hot ass Japanese summer. Second of all, Second of all, he clearly bled out.
Also, he has flies buzzing around him. Even Jubei was like, that nigga dead. What are we doing here?
I was like, dude's walking with no arms. He's bled out. I mean, he lost a shit ton of blood in both arm sockets. Also, he is not walking.
Shout out to Jubei with his, again, the running theme of this movie is that Jubei keeps that thing on him. And he has like an invisible string on his damn body at all times that he keeps the sword on because when he tackles her off the cliff.
I said swords on strings, nigga.
That piano wire tied to the sword hilt.
Just him and Kagero are hanging off there. I was like, look, I know how piano wire can cut into you. I know you hurting, sir.
I know the way they did that, but when I'm seeing him hold on to that wire, I was thinking to myself, there's going to be blood showing up. Oh, no blood. Oh, okay, I forgot. Cartoon. It can do what it wants.
I was like, piano wire usually cuts into you and it can hold two people. That's a tough piano wire.
The one thing that gets me.
Tough wire and perfect placement of that sword.
Yeah, definitely.
I love the fact that shout out first of all, also shout out to our boy Kurt Thornton, who played two voices in there. Played Hansa and then had the nerve to keep his fucking voice and play the damn blind samurai. Shout out to my boy. No bullshit. They were like four in this movie. Yeah. There were four goats on talking in this movie. Now, what was that?
Boy, Richard Epcar was Gemma.
Yep, Gemma, Richard Epcar. The dude that plays Doc One, he was in everywhere. I never know his name when I watch it.
Apostolina.
Yeah, he's in everything. Of course, the greatest woman of all time in anime, Wendy Lee. And of course, Kurt Thornton. Now, the dude that did the voice of Jubei, he only did like 3 anime, did he? He didn't do a lot of anime.
Yeah, he really didn't do a lot.
He was in and out. He was an in and out type of voice. And it's also, when you really look at this movie, it's interesting of the people who stuck around in anime. Because everybody that stuck around in anime that was a part of this movie were the building block voices that we heard in every.
I mean, if you look at the time period, you have to think, and it is even true for what's his face from Breaking Bad. God damn it, I forgot his name.
Bryan
Cranston, because even he mentioned it when he did Macross Plus. He was like, a lot of those voiceovers was just gigs to him. It wasn't something that he wanted to stick with. So I have to imagine Dean. Was it Dean Wine? He voiced Jubei. This was just another gig. Like, hey, you want to voice this cartoon? All right.
A couple of people, and
I still laugh to this day that he voiced Fei Long in the Street Fighter.
Thank you. I mean, uncredited too, by the way.
Very uncredited, but damn it if that shit wasn't good.
But it's the truth. A lot of them guys did it. You know, it was just a gig. The one person that told us that was actually Sandy Fox. Remember, she told us that because she just got the job doing Betty Boop's voice, so she was like, "Oh, let me just do an anime," and then it turned into another one, and then 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 another one, and, and then the anime business started booming. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of funny how a lot of people just did it for like a one-time thing. Hey, and they stuck around.
Quick question. So, did you guys notice that when the tree branch broke and the sword fell, and they fell down for like half a second, then it caught on something else, and they were able to climb all the way back up, and then hold on. Then what made it even better? They get to the top and they realized what was holding the sword that whole time, and it was the blind swordsman. Like, I'm like, dude, what unbridled Negro strength are you hiding, sir?
Also, I like how Kagero was up there.
One hand.
No, actually, the more important part, Kagero was up there for a full 25 seconds and not one word. Hey, yo, Jubei, some nigga up here waiting on you. Nothing. She just stood there.
I want to point out something here. Fucking Mujiro. It's weird with him. I was like, first off, dude, why are you working with him? Seems like you're pretty nice dude. You're just a blind swordsman. You don't have no demon tricks. What's going on here? Why are you here?
As a blind swordsman, I have only 2 jobs. I can be a lame man in some small town in Japan, or I can work for a powerful warlord. Either way, it's my decision, not yours. Or some little wise thing like that.
A motley crew of those people. It's like I'm not gonna say he's the odd one out because obviously he has skills, but it's just crazy to me. It's like he's the
roadie with no. I'm sorry, Chris. He's the roadie with a skill.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Because real talk, even though they were in that bamboo forest, and he said, "You led me into this." He said, "You led me in here because I'm blind. Is that your plan? Please no."
All right, Eric, all right, Chris. I'm gonna do it better. I'll do one better for you. I keep it to a rest, and I'll keep it to a wrestling analogy. You know who he was, and this is gonna be the perfect person. Cesaro.
Ooh, man.
This dude who was overpowered, actually really, really good job.
No, but see, hold on. Now, if it wasn't for Kagero's interference,
Oh, he was wrecking Jubei shit.
Remember, wait, hold on. Remember, first of all, he was besting him, just swinging that sword without even breaking a sweat. And you got Jubei over here blocking like crazy. And then we see his power to blind the literal shit out of his opponent. Like, dude, you are not opening your eyes, because all I had to do is just tilt this sword a little bit to the left, sun reflection, you are done. And then he got that speed. He got that freaking Yukio Tachibana from Samurai Showdown speed.
I was waiting for somebody to mention Ukio. Thank you.
But now, what were you gonna say, D?
Yeah, I agree with all that. Just like Cesaro. He's super strong, comes out there, he got a special power. It's a swing. He does a swing. And what happens? Wait a minute, R-Truth comes out. What's R-Truth doing? Cesaro, don't look at him. Wait a minute, roll up. 1, 2, 3.
Yo, did you just love how he was basically being a smart ass? How he would be the smart ass Jubei, like, well, if you don't make a sound, you might beat me.
I like how this nigga, see, this is what I knew the nigga was going. I knew the nigga was going to die. The second, like, you're using your eyes. Is that why you? When he said, the second he said that, I was like, oh, y'all got to kill this nigga, because he's going to be lighting Jubei up the whole time.
That is a cocky blind man. You got to take him down a notch.
Let me tell you something. With a cocky blind man, you have only two choices: either A, you take the ass whooping you're getting, or B, get the hammer and shoot that nigga dead the motherfucking knee. And tell him did he see that coming.
First of all, D, you don't point a gun at a blind sword, because I do believe the Goemon Ishikawa would have hopped out of that nigga.
Go home. Eris, go home. You need to go home now.
Two things are gonna happen. You fire that gun. That man is either gonna dodge the bullet or split that bullet in two.
All right. In real talk, it better be the second one, because if he blocks that one, I'm just gonna keep shooting it. It's gonna be like This is gonna be like how guys face Wonder Woman and they keep shooting in the direct same spot and not try to shoot her anywhere else that she's not blocking.
It's like, okay,
either he's gonna give me the Wonder Woman, or B, because if you split a bullet in half, here's me. You want to fight, man.
You know, when I really come to think of of all 8 devils of Kimon that died, he probably had like the mercy death out of everybody.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
I mean, it was just a stab in the stomach, and that was it.
Stab in the stomach, he's dead, point blank.
Yeah,
freaking Benesato got electrocuted by her own teammate.
Hey, real talk. Since we gotta go back to Gemma, did you love the fucking raging demon he put on Jubei in that boat?
Okay, I was getting all of that.
We get it all. I'm about to say, I knew we was building to it too.
No, real talk. I was saving him for last. I want to go down this list of characters.
All right.
He got the mercy death. I call his was the mercy death. Freaking Yurimaru got blown up by. He got blown up
with commentary by his girl saying, "Look, I guess that nigga did."
He's like, damn! No, look at that! He just blown up.
Made it worse, huh? It seems that he foolishly stepped into my trap that I was setting for someone else. An unfortunate accident, but his own fault.
I like it. No, when she said all that, here's me. Who did you say that to?
I like how
was that for?
No. What I loved is that she said that out loud to Gemma.
I love how Gemma, what's Gemma thinking about the whole time? Meow 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 meow.
I mean, he doesn't have Benesato anymore, and he's like, "Fuck it, I got gold. I got to keep moving. But
there go my other side chick.
He gets blown.
Eris. There go my other side chick. Hold on, Eris. Hold on. His balls were so soft.
Like pigs, nigga. But no, he gets. Freaking Yurimaru gets blown up. Benesato gets electrocuted. Sakura. First of all, Sakura, she gets blown up she gets burned and blown up on the ship. I mean, son.
Hey, it's bad enough you got second-degree burns, but then you blow up.
My man splashed that gasoline on her, and
I like how she cut the candle from Dakaru. Like, ha, I got you, bitch.
Like, did I ruin your plan? Here's Jubei. Not at all. Again, why do you people
gasoline jizz?
I'm like, son, why do y'all insist on fighting inside of rooms with gunpowder?
Yeah, I like how Yurimaru killed old girl at the what's her face with the snake. Yeah. Killed her after she was about to divulge, like when Kagura was like, "Yeah, you're gonna tell us everything." He's like, nah, bitch, you ain't saying shit. Kill her now. Kill her now.
Hey, and see, for him, the 3-strike rule don't exist. Nigga, it's 2 strikes and bitch, I'm done with you.
If I think you're gonna snitch, you gotta go.
Like, I wound another line around your neck this time, but unfortunately, you did not notice, for you were a fool. Incompetent.
Now, D, can you change that to catty black homosexual? That's why I'd wrap that around your near ass. Bitch. Fucking hoe thinks she better than me. I know she just gonna come up here. I know she gonna come up here trying to still smell like that nigga's cum. Yeah, you can smell cum, bitch.
I was like, with your mid-level vagina.
Your mid-level bitch, I don't understand. See, this is the problem. See, I'm not mad that gimmick gets women. I understand, boo. Do you. Be free. I'm with that. But what you not gonna do is get a little broke bitch right beside, get a broke bitch and then fuck her more than me. Because right there, what does that make me then, Gemma? No. I know what you about to say, but what does that make me? Exactly. You need to fix yourself.
Side note, real talk. I still laugh at the fact that Jubei, sword half drawn, has all the stakes around him. Like, can't do shit. Fuck.
I like how Jubei knew that shit was up when all them stakes got on Jubei. Jubei just submit to the maker at that point. Was like all right.
I guess that's that.
And he was like, man, this was a damn good run.
I gotta say, man, I didn't think snakes was gonna take me out. Getting ran over by a horse. That's why I tripped out. That's why I tripped out when I saw that horse run down around the block. I was like, "Oh, this is it."
Didn't see this on my bingo card.
Drive by, stomping by a Mustang. That's why I thought I was going to go out.
I mean, luckily for me, all I had to do was just do a simple sidestep.
All I had to do a sidestep. All I did was all I had to do was a sidestep and survive a guy throwing me into a stone pillar and getting punched in the gut 15 times.
Time out though. I'm sorry. That scene is just funny because he's just like, where's the party at? Bam.
Yo, it ain't every day you see Terry Crews bust through a wall in an Old Spice commercial in an anime.
Did you like it? Did you like how Tasai literally became the Kool-Aid man rolling in?
And I think that's what made that scene work because Jubei doesn't see it come. He's like, fuck.
I just like how he
now that I think about it, he took the time to reach his hand through that wall to grab Jubei, punch him, back up, and do a running start and roll into the wall.
That nigga did a Sonic dash on his ass, dog.
He did the Dolphin roll. No, he did the Dolphin rollout because remember he had the spikes on the side. So.
Oh, dude, he's made out of rock. He's made out of rock. He doesn't even need the blades to like bust through that wall. That
is the again for a guy that was aggressively sucking boobs. You're not surprised that he's overly compensating for what his abilities are. Come on now.
Look. The one thing,
considering when he put a whole ass titty in his mouth, he was in normal form.
Yo, okay. Look. We actually said the term "whole ass titty" at least 4 times in this episode.
No.
I'm proud of myself.
But I'm mad that D had to make a joke about this. But he's right. Jubei just chill in the corner, just watching him just suck a whole ass boob. Just whatever.
Hey yo, I ain't gonna try to disturb you. I see you raping a woman. That's
But I'm
cool.
lost.
Look like this. Hey yo, I see you raping a woman. I'm gonna let you get back to it. It's the Edo era. We cool with that shit. But
I'm lost.
I'm trying to get back on the highway. I'm trying to get over to Kyoto, man. Is it like down? Is it down that way, or is it around the mountains? Because I ain't really sure. Man, why you swinging on niggas? I'm just asking you a
You know
question.
what was funny though? I like how he nicely said, "Hey, you see what's happening here? Get out of here!
Like, piss off.
Piss
All
off.
right,
I'm
Man.
raping a woman here. Go
Man.
home."
busy here.
And stood up and began making his way. He says, "Look, I'm just gonna walk up on you real quick. I'm gonna ask you before things really get intense. Just tell me what direction is the city in.
I love the way he
Tell
did
me
it
that,
because
I will happily be on my way."
I love it, Aris, because if you watch what Tisai did, he got right back to it, and I like how as soon as he put like that leg down, you saw his eye creep up just an inch up, and they pull out, and you see the full screen. You just see Jubei in the jailhouse pose. Yeah, bruh. So 95 to the right, or do you take a left when you go up the stairs?
See, me, I would be like, "So, my man, so how can we make this go from a two-way, from two people to three people?"
Oh Lord, he's like this, like piss off. He's like piss off. Here's me. Oh, so it's like that. Yeah, fuck the girl. It could be you and me, nigga.
I mean, I can give you a little handy right now while you sucking on the boob. I'm just saying.
Oh man, look, hey dog, look, man.
I'm just saying.
Look, you gotta understand, man.
I'm just saying, man. Look, you've been stressing. You've been throwing that damn blade at everybody. You have committed at least at least 20 homicides within an hour, nigga. I know you need a back rub while you.
I'm just saying, dog. I mean, look, dog. Look. I understand it, man. Tokugawa, man. He done changed the country over. We don't know if he's gonna be We don't know if he. For how long, man? You know what I mean, man? It's a lot of bullshit, bro. So,
hey, man,
he's like this. So I'm gonna jerk you off or what? How we doing this, bro?
Let me tell you something. We got this epidemic coming across this village over here, and you know damn well that Tokugawa ain't giving nobody them stimulus checks.
Man, you already know that ain't coming, man. You already know that ain't coming. God, I wish we knew another figurehead back then so we can say that's Kamala Harris. We fucked that up, God. Called it, man. But the one thing I want to mention, actually, this is real talk. The one thing I want to mention, I know some of y'all noticed, and you're correct. You are exactly correct. I'd like to tell you about a person real quick. His name is Kaoru Wado. He is the music director of this movie. Beautiful music. You heard it before. He also did the music in Inuyasha. It's the exact same type. It's very classical Japanese instruments. Use a lot of, or you can tell he brings in a symphony to try to complement with a lot of the Japanese instruments and all that. It always sound gorgeous. And I love the fact that the dude that did the music in Ninja Scroll also did it in Inuyasha. And if there's one thing I could, and here's the funny thing, if there's one thing I can say that's flawless in Inuyasha, it's the music. So yeah,
I might hear the music. I'm like, this guy is trying his best to say, "Move over, Steven Spielberg. I got this."
Dun, dun, dun. Because you get those little bum bum bum, and all of a sudden you hear the little boom, ding, 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 ding.
This time 5 years from now, I'm gonna be with Harry Gregson Williams. We're gonna be working on stuff together, but the other scene with Shijima, his death was, I would say, second to Majuro's death. Yeah. Because he just fell on Jubei's sword.
I mean,
and again, Jubei had the power of bullshit on that one. I'm sorry, I love Jubei in this movie, but that kill was bullshit. Ain't no way you swiped up and went that fast to not only sever a fucking limb, but to slice that damn tree too. Bullshit. Got his ass though.
But then the best part was he had to deal with a mind controlled Kagero who stabbed him in the forearm, and he caught what shadow he was in, and he just yeeted that sword into the shadow. My man pulls out with the sword in his back.
I'm sorry,
I still think that was one of the most.
Jubei pulled a fucking Doug Flutie.
He did.
I remember I saw that. I was watching this movie with my sister, And I never forget when he caught him, when he got his ass, he threw this sword into the shadow. My sister like, bullshit! He got that nigga though. Yes.
I mean, because it's crazy because like it's one of those anime scenes where the luck worked out for the character.
Yeah, he lucked out, but I mean, real talk, he kind of deserved it.
I mean, yeah,
he kind of deserved it.
That's
I mean,
fair.
You have a mind control Kagero swinging at you with that damn blade, and then you're also trying to fight the shadow ninja that can only hide in the shadows.
You need luck in order to beat them if you really think about it, so it makes sense.
And on top of that, it was a worse time for that poison in your system to start kicking in.
Sorry, this reminds me of fucking what the fuck show was that? Dude had fucking ninja AIDS. Fuck. God damn it! What the fuck was the name of that anime? Oh crap! I forgot who it was. But he had like a disease and he was gonna die soon or some shit, and he had to fight somebody. Damn it! I forgot.
See, now you're reminding me of the Ninja Scroll TV series. There was one particular episode. It was a really good episode.
I know it was a character that was gonna die, and he had to do that.
Like what it was a parasite. It was a parasite that was inside this dude's body, and he kept trying to get Jubei to kill him. Well, not kill him, but to kill the parasite. So, like, whenever the parasite comes out, he's like, "Quick, kill it, kill it, kill it!" But he would always hide back inside his body, and then then when he finally, when Jubei finally managed to kill him, dude died instead, and he said, "Oh," he said, "Damn, I didn't even realize, like, I wasn't protecting the parasite. The parasite was protecting me."
It's like, oh.
that little bit of irony, like, oh shit, you killed the parasite and it caused me to die. Fuck.
I gotta say this though. The whole thing with Gemma and the resurrection thing and stuff was kind of crazy to me because I like the fact that much like the Kurgan in Highlander, when he attached part of his severed neck.
Yeah, all he did was just reattached his head and boom, he's all.
I like the markings are still around his head, around his neck though. I appreciate that little detail, just to show him like, oh, I'm still alive, dog. Like, that's cool. You cut my neck.
Jubei really thought it was safe out here in these streets. My man hiding in the snow and shit, leaps over a whole ass horse. Clean slices Gemma's head off his neck, and he's like, "Yeah, I avenged Shikuro and all the others." So, like, how the hell is this dude still alive? I made sure he was dead. That me slicing his head off was the feudal era double tap. All right,
which is true, but at the same time, it's like when he said, "I made sure he was dead." Here's me. Did you burn him? No, you didn't make sure, then, motherfucker.
Hold on, dude. I really don't even think it would have mattered.
I don't think it would have mattered either. Because here's the one thing I do. I do have one question. How long was he under that snow? That's my only question. I don't.
I'm gonna say quite a while. He waited.
I'm not even going to question the physics of you leaping that high and, like you said, over a full grown ass horse.
The question is, there's certain things about immortality that's funny to me. When Shikamaru killed old boy from the Akatsuki that was immortal, right? And he's sitting up there, blow up his body, and was like, "Yeah, you're gonna be in these woods, buried 100 feet in the ground and shit," right? So let me get this right. Forever, you're just buried underground for life, right? That is fucking horrible. So imagine you're in snow, attached to your head, you're just waiting. Now, his death in this movie, I wouldn't even call it death because if they did revisit this shit, you imagine like a blinged out Gemma covered.
All right. So now, which of course I'm not gonna, I don't want us to skip over this part. Going back to what we mentioned earlier, where Kagero gets double crossed by their freaking Lord and Master, who she thought was who he was. Turned out it was Gemma in disguise. And when she has her final moments with Jubei, we get that last kiss from her, and she dies. His poison is cured in the process. And
How was it cured? Shut up.
Well,
We got like 10 minutes left. Shut up.
No, hold on. Very easy. I can answer that very easily. How is this poison cured? Simply, she already gave us the info dump at that part when he attempted to test her. When she said, "Look, poison tasting has become a part of my life that is so strong that even the touch of my lips could kill you instantly."
Again. Because we said so. Shut the fuck up.
So after she said that, and he decides, you know what, I'm gonna kiss her. He kisses her, and just from that cured his poison. So anyway, did you like the Rambo 2 the Rambo First Blood Part 2 funeral that he gives Kagero? Puts her body on the boat and sends it off like out in the water. A man rolls up, ties her freaking headband around his head, and goes in with that horse.
It's so melodramatic, but you gotta go with it.
But damn it, I love that part.
Don't worry. The headband's gonna come into play, kind of.
And then like prior to that, when we first see her get stabbed, Jubei goes absolute bananas. I mean, nigga, Cena mode, freaking Jason Statham from Furious 7. This dude was the Terminator. He just murders all of those random hired goon ass ninjas.
I like how just literally had the Mongol was not impressed from fucking the quest and shit the whole time. Like, no, that's cute. That is cute.
Like, yeah, that's cute. He's killing all of my men. Whatever.
Gemma had this look on his face the entire time of a man that's like, interesting.
I mean, it's funny because he had that same look when he was dealing with the dude from the Shogun of the Dark.
Mm-hmm. He also had that same look when he was busting down homegirl. Interesting.
First he tells Gemma the idea. He's like, Gemma, this gold. He's like, with this gold, here's what our plan is. We intend to take this gold and buy the most advanced weapons from Spain.
Gotta pump them numbers up, buddy.
Yeah, man, we gonna get all the good shit from Spain. You know what I'm talking about? We talk about rifles that have 2 bullets.
When he said that, Gemma was like, "Are you serious?" He says, this is your dream, right? We're gonna sail all the way to Spain with all this gold and buy the most advanced weapons and then topple the Tokugawa government with it. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Now I gotta kill you. Sorry.
It's just off of
the fact that Gemma might as well say so we just gonna go to Spain, get shit from the white people.
Sir, they're Spaniards. No, they're white people. All right.
No, they're white people. And actually, Gemma, I think white people are European, and Spaniards aren't. Spaniards are. It's in Europe. What we talking? It is like 5 hour. That's a 5 hour conversation after that.
This is look,
niggas who don't have a full ass map arguing race relations.
No, I'm sorry, but my dream is very different. The devils of Kimon are gonna take the gold, and my man thought he could just run it. Dude, you mean to tell me that you just gonna first of all take your sword, point it at him, and then pull up on Gemma like shit's okay?
It was never gonna work out his way.
My man just shoved him up against that rail and said. He says, "Look, we're gonna take the gold and make the most powerful ninja ever, and we're gonna rule. We're gonna rule everything from the shadows.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna have blackjacks and hookers.
Anyone who gets in my way, Tokugawa, Toyotomi, or even the Shogun of the Dark is gonna die. Which means that the real Shogun of the Dark is me." My man picked him up and yeeted him off the boat.
No. I just realized people the yeet power in this movie.
He just got thrown off the boat and was just like, and he's down.
Dude, everybody gets yeeted in this movie, but that one was probably my favorite because he freaking Undertaker style yeeted, just lift up with one arm and toss.
I'm just waiting for somebody to look at.
And true, technically, that was the first thing Gemma really did.
It was.
I was just waiting for one of his underlings, Gemma's ninja underlings, to be like, "Sir, did you hear a splash?" Did I hear a splash?
Yo, somebody in a writer's room brought that up to Kawajiri, and Kawajiri just took out a roll of papers and started hitting that young intern over and over and over and over again. And that intern ended up drawing One Piece.
I hate you.
I don't know how. Look, it inspired him. You
know what's fucked up, because the timeline adds up, because literally 5 years later, One Piece did get
First of all, D, it's not a rolled up set of papers. It's the properly folded one piece of paper that is made into a fan.
Yes, it's the classic Japanese fan. Indeed, like D. We're not talking about the newspapers we use here in America. No, we're talking about sturdy Japanese newspapers. You know, the kind that has to stand up just in case you want to put out your cigarette on the newspaper.
So, so when Jubei gets onto the ship, and to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite scenes, and probably one of the most well animated scenes, is Jubei and Gemma's fight on a burning, sinking ship.
It looks so much better on Blu-ray, because it's kind of funny. I used to not like watching this scene because
the original DVD, it doesn't look so good on the DVD.
It's kind of funny though. It's kind of funny. The first
it
time
it really doesn't look good until you get the anniversary DVD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the Blu-ray, it looks so much better. I actually have an appreciation for this scene. And it's just kind of funny to me. It's one of the scenes. Not to say I didn't like it. It's just it wasn't nothing aesthetically there for me to really like. It's just fire. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it looks great.
I love everything about it because, first of all, Jubei goes in we go in straight for the fight. All Gemma has is immortality and an arm armor.
That man gave him the fucking raging demon against that.
The first thing he did when he tried to run at him with that sword, Gemma did not adjust the fin. He just did a straight half sidestep, grabbed his arm, broke his arm, tossed him into a corner.
Sir, he gave him that shit-eating grin and then broke his arm.
He did. He stared at him. He looked at him in his eye, snapped his arm, whipped him into the corner. My man leaped into the air. It always starts off with a kick, don't it? It always starts off with a jumping kick. My man gave him a 23 hit piece combo with no biscuits or gravy.
Dog, has that ever happened to y'all in a game and you immediately hit pause and go for a potion like that's going to do anything for you?
No, that happened to me. What was it? Actually, funny enough, it happened to me a month ago playing Street Fighter V. Like, I was playing around with Sagat, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing all right in this game. And then you come upon somebody that has clearly been playing this game consistently, and you have to put down the controller because it's like,
what's the point? What's the point of even moving? You're just winning.
No. Actually,
my life, right? All right.
No, Chris, you use Street Fighter. No, you got to use the proper game for this. This is what happens when you get hit with Shadow Counter from Killer Instinct, and then you get locked out of trying to combo break a move, and because you hit the wrong button, you're stuck. You have to eat all of that damage. Gemma went ham.
It was like, nice.
Gemma hit that nigga. Gemma hit that nigga with a Mortal Kombat X-ray. You know the ones they do on 11, where it takes a full 20 seconds, and you're like, that wasn't a finishing move. That wasn't a finisher? Jesus, that was violent.
Jubei sliced off Gimba's arm, and Jubei thinking he did something, and Jimba is still whooping his ass, and then attaches the arm like, that was cute.
Oh, Chris. The best part. First of all, he slices his arm off, and he's using one arm to swing the sword because his other arm is broken. So you're thinking this is going to be an even match. My man again, sidestep straight. He bison kicked him in the stomach. Then with his free arm, grabbed the non-broken arm and continued to punch and kick the hell out of him. Actually,
I'm sorry, Eris. When you said he attached his arm back on and then began to whoop his ass again, right when you said he attached his arm, all of a sudden you see the ground shake. Coming up in front of the ground is Dr. George Washington Carver. Bullshit, he did that.
Makes no sense.
Yo, hold up. I couldn't think of no medical doctor, so I had to go for Dr. Carver.
No, seriously. He did. I really always laughed at that part because both of them are missing one arm, but yet he used his good arm to grab Jubei and just kick the shit out of him.
Here's the thing.
All while holding on to him. And
it would have been better. It would have been better if Gimba just picked up his other arm and just starts beating the shit out of Jubei.
I am pretty sure he was halfway there to doing that, but he's like, no, I need to reattach this. Get it followed up with a villainous inner monologue about how much I've become as immortal as a true demon, and then we get the GOAT. This moment is by far one of the greatest anime moments in anime history. Like, okay, as much as
when you said that, you're like, in anime history, to Americans, because Japanese people don't know this thing even exists.
Right. Now look, for anyone,
like, what is this?
Now look, for everybody out there that loves Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, yes, we all got pure satisfaction watching Mustang snap away at Lust and watch her burn to a crisp.
Both versions, by the way.
In both versions. But the headbutt, the repeated headbutt from
first, apparently that headband gives them like plus 22 fucking endurance. Because if it was me, one headbutt, I'm like, I'm done.
He ain't lying, because what I learned from watching New Japan, when Shibata did that headbutt to Okada, and you saw that blood leak out of his head, I was thinking to myself, that's brain juice. That ain't blood.
First of all, yo, check it out, man. Jubei hits this man with a headbutt
while monologuing.
Not monologuing. Openly threatening this nigga, right?
He threatened an immortal guy. That's balls right there.
He is headbutting him. Bro. I'm like, he is headbutting him. I want to say I think it was like a good 20 times. About a good 20 times, and he was like, I swear if you come back to life again, then I'll kill you again, no matter how many times. And that last headbutt where he goes, ah! He put all of his energy into that headbutt.
As Jimba sits there and literally gets up and stuff. And then at that point, that's when apparently the gold melted down because of the fire.
Like, first of all, you know it's bad when you get headbutted so bad that your face caved in.
But it popped back out.
And of course, it resurfaced, and it resurfaced. And at that point, Jubei decides, all right, it's time for me to get the hell out of here. And before he tried to get away, my man grabbed onto this arm and he leaped himself up. And he's like, oh, nah, nigga, we getting up out of here. The gold comes in. Right before the gold comes in, remember, he tried to that's right. I'm sorry. The top part of the ship fell down. Like all that broken debris came down and caved in on him. But Jubei still managed to get out of it, as well as Gimba. My man turns around. He's like, this motherfucker still won't die. And you think with a stab to the stomach, I'm like, Jubei, you've tried everything. This is not working, bro. This ain't it. He then just swipes up. I'm like, Jubei, slice up. Slices this dude down the middle, and he's pretty much cut in half. But again, he manages to reattach himself just as the gold comes in and covers this man in liquid gold.
No,
I mean, now the thing is, there are worse ways of dying. I can't say he's dead, but it's like, nigga, you at the bottom of the ocean, alive, covered in gold.
It's like this. Put it this way.
Like, first of all, you leap up and hold on. We got to get the kill line of this movie. He leaped out of the gold like an Olympic damn jumper and shit. Leaps out of the gold, grabs onto Jubei's arm, on his leg, and he's like, "Gemma, burn in your golden hell!" That slice and that scream into that freaking pool of gold, like, bro,
man, all that gold at the bottom of the ocean. I was like, that sucks.
I'm thinking it's like, I thought to myself the other day, after watching that, I was thinking to myself, hey D, what if all of this was like in real life? How funny would it be if Gemma is still on the bottom of that fucking off waterbed, encased in gold, can't move. And I thought to myself, like, man, that didn't kill him. I was like, I don't know. The second that gold froze up, and that was lights out. Ain't no way you can get around that, man.
I mean, because like I said, he's alive in the ocean, covered in gold. Now, unless they do a follow-up where it takes place in modern-day Japan, we come back to Gemma. He's underwater in gold, and, he gets surfaced up by somebody. That's the only way that could work, because otherwise, I'm like...
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like when you said that, like, he come back, I don't know. I feel like the first guy that takes a hack with, like, a stone or something at that thing, you're going to hear a chip. It's like, ooh, yeah, he gone. He gone. I mean, as soon as that thing hit the ocean floor, he was already dead.
True,
and
this is true.
And that's pretty much where the movie ends with that scene. We do get to see Daquan one last time, and
Jubei, where are you gonna go?
No. What I liked is how he tried to get Jubei to work with him again. He was like, "Yeah, it seems like we made a real good team. Why don't we, we should do this again." My man, Jubei quick sliced his freaking sleeve open and let that one piece of gold fall out.
Like, well, I know my answer, so there you go.
Nah, bro. He says, that's going to be your payment. You make sure that I never see your ass again.
So your crazy ass poisoned me and got me to you this shit. And it's like, God damn, I hate you.
He's like, I was just a man out here just trying to live his best life.
Now I'm going to have an inferior writer and an inferior director, inferior animator come up and make a series out of me that nobody want to fucking watch except 5 people that think it's the greatest thing in the world. That's my life now. Thank you, Daquan.
Also, we're gonna have another anime company try to make another piece of shit anime, our sequel series, even though it's not a sequel series, called Ninja Resurrection.
Do you want to look? Hold on, hey, hold on, real quick. I just want to say this. And I have to get this out the way because I know it still kind of happens today with some anime titles, and I don't know what degree it happens in. Okay, but I know for a fact when it came to Ninja Resurrection, I can tell you how Chris, me, and Eris felt. Oh shit! They made a sequel to what is this? What is?
The real sad part about it is that this Jubei is more in line with the real Jubei.
Well, like Onimusha 2 was.
because he's got the eye patch and everything. So he's like, this one's based on Jubei Yagyu, whereas the other Jubei, that was Kawajiri's. But still,
somebody
the cover and the fact that the name is called The Return of Jubei, everybody was all under the assumption that this was the real sequel.
And again, if you look at the time period, if you didn't know any better, because again, anime is one of those things that at the time, I won't say it was hard up, but if you just saw it, you happen to see it, you didn't know any better. Because again, the internet wasn't what it is now, where you can just look that shit up.
Chris, you're right. You're right. Anime wasn't hard up. These American companies were.
Yeah, but I'm saying
these American companies were, and they did that several times in anime where they make a title and we go ooh, and we look at it and it wasn't nothing that we thought it was. You know what I mean?
They took advantage of, because like I said, it's not like we can go on the internet and look up Ninja Resurrection unless you happen to go onto a piece of shit dial-up site that's Angel Fire or whatever and stuff.
And even then, Chris, nobody had the information like that.
Yeah, because we just assumed
scattered everywhere
until we saw the movie. It's like, this ain't Ninja. What?
And here's the sick part. Here's the sick part about that. I know what that one person's saying. What about anime? What about anime news network? What about them when they give all the information? Yes, they were very. It was very great. It was a pre-Wikipedia for a lot of that crap and a lot of that crap. But here's the problem about that.
Here's the thing about
half
anime.
them writers sucked.
No,
so when it came to describing crap, it didn't make a difference.
No, D,
you were
here's the
still
worst part.
guessing.
D, the worst part. Anime News Network didn't come out until after this movie was made.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Even when you had the information from them, it still was 50-50 because to this day, with the internet being as vast as it is, they still got blank spots all over that website when it comes to shit, man. It's amazing.
I mean, we talked about this. We say it multiple times. They did it with martial arts films. We talk about again SPL2. There was never a sequel to SPL2, but they tried to market it because Sammo Hung.
Yeah,
because gullible ass martial arts fans didn't know any better.
Like Sammo Hung and Wu Jing, I think.
Yeah, because both of them was in another movie together, and you had a lot of like places that would take advantage of that because if you didn't know any better, you assumed it was a sequel somehow, some way. I don't know how the fuck you would think it was a sequel, but it was like SPL2. Oh, dope, and then it wasn't. If you were really looking at it and stuff, which ironically they did make it SPL2, but it was different.
First of all, anyone who's watched SPL1, you know for a damn fact a sequel is impossible to make.
Which they did, but they did it with different characters.
That's what I'm saying. But that's the thing. If you're doing a direct sequel, unless you're bringing in nothing but original characters that are somehow loosely connected to the original, fine. But to do a direct sequel with any remaining characters, any surviving characters from the first movie, it's still going to be kind of weird because all the key characters in that movie were dead.
Yeah, that's all they did was basically for the one with Tony Jaa, they brought back one of the characters that survived, but he's only in it for like a hot minute just to say, hey guys, we connected it to the first movie, and that's it.
I hated when they do that, man. Like you said, they stay doing that shit to gullible fans, man.
Like, hey guys, it's so from the first movie. Applause.
Yeah, I was watching it and I was like, so we got Tony Jaa. All right, cool. Oh shit, I remember that was the guy that old boy saved from fucking Wu Jing rolling on him at the fucking basketball court. All right, cool. And then he's gone for the rest of the movie. I was like, well, that sucks.
So it's like Tony Jaa in the Bodyguard movies.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
I think but
you're lying on that one.
You hopped in for like a good 2 minutes and then gone.
Here's the thing.
It was Simon Cham.
Yep.
That's what it was. Simon Cham's character.
But here's the thing. Here's the one thing I got to say, man. When it comes to us talking about Ninja Scroll, this was really fun, man, because like I said, this movie was very, very, very special to our upbringing when it came to anime, and I think and just the response that I got out of this from a few of our fans just showed that people love this movie. There's still a lot of it, and I really meant that. I really think outside of like when it comes to like the big dogs. Outside of Dragon Ball, I have seen no other anime that had this much influence on the American audience. You can probably say Sailor Moon and all that. No. When I'm talking about the essential shit that built the culture of anime in America, Ninja Scroll's a gigantic part of it.
Influencing people to draw and all that stuff. Everything.
Like for people like me, like now for guys like me, weeaboos like me, I love samurai. I love samurai shit. This is what started it for a lot of us. This was the ship that started it for a lot of us. To this day, Bambas are still making. I know guys that are making stories right now. It's like, that's Ninja Scroll, nigga. You know,
I would say this though. I am happy. I am so happy that it's one of many properties that's in Hollywood development hell, and I want to keep it there.
Good.
It's like
that's a movie. That's a movie, Chris, and I mean this. Y'all can get me on it. That's a movie that can be good in the movie theaters. It has to come out when we're not thinking about it. Bama's that like that movie is like, it got to come out. In other words, it has to be when we're 50 years old.
They have to get
That
number one.
it has to be more 50 because anything above that, I think we're just going to be like, this is some trash.
Well, that's the thing too, because like the last I heard, and again, this thing was in 7 years development hell, right? So Leonardo DiCaprio's company was attached to it, right? Then they got ditched. Then they got old boy that did the screenwriting for Watchmen. He was writing the screenplay for it, and then it just disappeared. Then they were going to get the director of Dracula Untold to be attached to the film, and he had a proof of concept for it, and then after that, radio silent, nothing. And I'm thinking it's just one of those situations to where I feel they're going to take the wrong lessons, because as much as we were talking about all the raping and all that stuff, they're going to probably try to do that and think, see, guys, we got that in there. And it's like, no,
they're going to Disney live action it. They're going to listen to all the wrong people.
The wrong stuff of why we liked it.
They're going to listen to all the wrong people. They're going to listen to all the wrong voices. And before somebody say, what's the wrong voices in anime? I seen all of y'all niggas type. There's a bunch of you that don't need to be talking for anime fans or anime or about anime in general. But they're going to listen to you over us. They will. And what we'll get is one of the most neutered ass versions of the movie.
Oh, we seen the Death Note movie. We know what happens when they do this.
See, I can't say nothing about Death Note. I still haven't seen it. You know why? Because Chris told me not to, and I stayed away from it.
Oh, you want to stay away?
No. I'm gonna tell you how bad it is. Chris will know, because I know Chris. When Chris knows it's bad, and when Chris knows the movie's bad, that's him doing the Weebay shrug. So when Chris Weebay shrug shit, that's like, you could try it out, D. But when Chris tells me outright no, that means it's a piece of garbage.
You were there at San Diego Comic-Con that year when they had the panel for the Death Note movie. You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm. I wasn't there for it. That was Eris, I think.
No, my bad. That was the year me and Eris were there, and they were doing that thing for the Death Note stuff. I was sitting back like, that's happening? Really? All right, I guess.
Look, anime. It's kind of funny that anime, live action anime, is hard even for the Japanese to do. Let that sink in. It's even hard for the Japanese to do.
Japanese. I mean, you got the Gatchaman movie. You got their Death Note movie was a little different. I mean,
Full Metal Alchemist had everything right, but it was like nobody's gonna watch this shit. Then you look at, and then I look at the Bleach one. Good, ain't nobody about to watch this shit.
I mean, there's certain ones that the people in Japan take to and stuff. Because I think when the Gatchaman one came out and stuff, I was all excited, and I don't know whether it was you, Eris, or Eddie that told me, that movie didn't do too hot in Japan.
No, it didn't.
And I was like, damn, really? Gatchaman? Mm-hmm. He was like, it didn't do
it didn't do good. Like, you want to know what did do good, and you know why it did good? Because it was on Netflix. Kageguri, the live action of that, did very well. Mm-hmm. But then I thought it was on Netflix. There was no risk of everybody losing
the one
money
that was
or
really
stuff like
good.
That.
The one that was really good that blew up in Japan, Rurouni Kenshin.
Mm-hmm. See, here's the funny thing. I think Rurouni Kenshin is one of those things that's just flawless to the Japanese.
That's how you do Ninja Scroll. You get those people behind a Ninja Scroll movie in Japan? Done.
I don't think it worked. You know what it says? Here's the problem. I just don't think Ninja Scroll works in real life because it's ultra violent.
Yeah.
And it's not even ultra violent. It's not even ultra violent. It really isn't.
I wholeheartedly disagree because you can make a movie, you can make a live action Ninja Scroll. You want to know why? Because a movie called Ninja Assassin was made.
Ninja Assassin was ass. I don't give a fuck what y'all say about
Ninja Assassin was good.
I'm just talking about on the level of violence. Yeah. You can make a Ninja Scroll.
No. That's what I said. But I was correcting myself right before you said that. I was like, no, it ain't that violent. But still, to me, it's just that the imagery that it had and all the rest of that's impossible to recreate. You know what? Here's the problem. If you could give me that scene where Tasai has that nigga's limb over his head and he's drinking the blood, if you could do that in real life and make it look badass, I won't say nothing. I will watch the rest of the movie.
That's a proof of concept that they have to do in order to
That's all I'm saying. That's hard to do. And I'm not saying you have to do, and I hate it when movies try to do this shit, like beat for beat. I hate it when they try to do that.
Looking at you, you the Battle Angel, even though I kind of sort of like it, but
I'm looking at you, Full Metal Alchemist. You bored me 2.5 minutes into it. You know how many times I seen that story of fucking Father Colello, whatever his name was, tricking people. Cornello, that was his name. Yeah, I'm so sick of that damn movie.
That wasn't even the best storyline of the Full Metal.
It's one of the worst storylines of all of Full Metal Alchemist, but it's been played to death. God, it's Goku versus Vegeta. Look, it's Goku versus Vegeta part. It's Goku versus Vegeta part 1, except it ain't hype at all. It's just sad.
No, sir. That's Ocean era Goku versus Turles.
No. That's Ocean era. What's coming to Earth? All of a sudden, Radix come down there. Kills the farmer, but yet the farmer's still alive.
Wait, did you just flick a bullet at his head? Nah, I guess the bullet.
No. See, the farmer was still talking.
Here's the funny part. Instead of you flicking the bullet at the farmer, in Full Metal Alchemist case, that highlight moment was them repairing a radio.
I hate you. I hate you for that. I hate you so much for that.
Don't get mad at me because that's the equivalent.
But
I will say this. I do remember, because much like Akira had a limited release in the United States in the early 90s. Yes, they played it in art house. They played Akira in art house theaters around the DC area and stuff. The same thing was with Ninja Scroll, because I remember vividly the theater. You know the theater over in Bladensburg?
Yeah.
They played it over there.
Yeah, the sad part about it is anytime any of these movie houses anytime they did that crap, it was only the theater themselves that made the money. It was nobody else.
Small theaters that did it because it was like, well, we have a niche audience. They'll watch Akira and they'll watch these kind of movies.
And the problem about that is you can't pull that off in every city. You really can't.
It was only the major cities. It was DC, Texas,
New
York, and LA. And that's it.
I remember even when Princess Mononoke came out, they only did that in like, the major cities. No other places got it. And I remember,
even though they touted that voice talent, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
No, if I remember correctly, they did that with all the Studio Ghibli movies. They hadn't released in select theaters.
Actually, the early ones.
They didn't. That's what I'm saying. The early ones. They didn't get a wide release. Yeah, because they didn't get a wide release until they signed with Disney that one time, and that's when they had Spirited Away go everywhere. So it was a while before it got to it. But yeah, you're right. And I remember you and Lucas got to an argument like, yeah, they did this all the time. And me and Lucas was telling like, yeah, they ain't make no fucking money off that shit. Nobody made money off that crap. That's the sad part about it.
Money to a degree. That's about it.
Studio Ghibli was the only one because it had clout behind it. Because Hayao Miyazaki is world renowned. Everybody knows who he fucking is. And even then, it took him a while to break off in America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it was like, fuck you, Ghibli.
But here's the thing, and this is actually a good way to close this all out. When you really think about that, how we had to go through that struggle, had to go to art houses to see this shit, had to go to somebody else's place because they bought it at college and shit. Oh yeah, Chris, you had remember they were selling anime in the Wizard magazines for a little bit because they was trying to sell. Viz was doing. I remember Viz had a joke in the Wizard magazine.
You remember Otakon? I don't know. Did you go to Otakon 99 or 2000?
I went in 2003.
Hey, okay. So Otakon 2000, there was a guy selling bootleg VHSs of Ninja Scroll on VHS, and I laughed. This is 2000. That's how you do it,
man. Yeah, that's how you did it.
That's how you did it. And like all this, and I say all this because Bamas who are, I'm not even saying you're Bamas. I'm just being real with you. Kids, y'all don't know. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, we older, we wiser, we know shit. No, we didn't know. We were young in anime too, and there was a lot of shit that we didn't know and didn't respect. But for us, it was all about discovery because all of this was very new, not just to us, but our country. So the way it built up, and like I said, Ninja Scroll was a big part of this, how everything got built up. And it is kind of sad that a lot of people don't talk about the movie like they used to, but time moves on.
It was a shock to the system.
Yeah, it was a shot. It was a real shot to the system. Like I said, outside of Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon, Ain't no anime in this country had an impact that Ninja Scroll had.
If you think about it like this, right? Ghost in the Shell, no bullshit. I think a lot of critics suck their own dicks talking about
they do.
The
They suck their dick off talking about it.
You think about how that movie is, right, in terms of the tone, right? Turn around and you look at Ninja Scroll. Great movie, but just the whiplash, and it goes from violent to weird shenanigans and stuff. And it's a stark difference from Akira, which is weird in its own way, kind of thing. It's just all
Akira, Akira, you could really tell it was like a Cold War type of story. You know what I mean? Yeah. You look at Ghost in the Shell, it was all about agency and all the rest of that crap like that. It was really deep. Ninja Scroll, fuck that shit. Nigga with a sword, kill each other.
That's how I said it's a whiplash. It's like you had two movies that had some like deep, thought-provoking stuff, and Ninja Scroll was like, "Hey, ninjas, swords, monsters, demons, yay!"
And here's the funny thing: even and y'all, and a lot of y'all didn't have to grow up hearing from parents and everybody else that how violent and how disgusting anime was. Yes, there was a time where they thought anime was rated X, and it's just amazing how we went from. And Ninja Scroll was a part of that because Ninja Scroll was saw as disgusting back then because of all that crap, man.
Pre-Mortal Kombat too.
And they was like, oh my gosh, ban it. Play it late at night when no kids are awake. They did all of this.
Banned like 1 minute of the movie because of some gratuitous violence in the tits and shit.
Wow.
1 minute total because basically they edited out all the boob shots. And the gratuitous violence, they toned it down a little bit. So you had a very funky fight scenes where you clearly see where they cut certain aspects of it and stuff. And it's like, this is weird. And that's the UK.
Like I said, I can't, like, you can really, like, with all of that, look where anime is at now. Like I remember you and I had that interview with with that dude that wrote the book about anime in America, and he said it the best way. The way it's grown, or in the last 10 years, yes, it was mostly about the internet. It was mostly the internet connecting everybody, but it's the fact that anime for at least a good solid 10 years before the internet opened the world up. It was in the trenches type of bullshit. And every inch that we fought for and won was amazing. Because the biggest victory day for anime was when Dragon Ball got its new season, and for whatever it broke the rating system on cable. Every child around the country was turned into Cartoon Network. That's how crazy
I like how
y'all, and just being real, and like I said, just being real to the younger guys, y'all niggas wasn't there. Y'all was probably there, but y'all didn't know what the fuck was going on.
It's the equivalent of, imagine you're an older adult, imagine you're your grandparents, right? And you seen where football was, where they were wearing the leather helmets and all that shit, right? And then all of a sudden you see football evolve to where they're wearing full pads and helmets and stuff, and it's like, man,
and niggas are 10 times faster, they're bigger.
Thank you. And it blows your mind because you're like, man, I remember back in the day, it was people that looked like me that drank beer and we played football. Now, man, these guys are athletic freaks.
Let me tell you something. The fact that Megan cosplayed and didn't get booed for it shows you where anime is at in America. Yeah, it's the cool kids thing. But when Ninja Scroll first came out, I bet y'all niggas gay and be touching each other. And they jumped us. I don't know why.
Nah, Ninja Scroll was one of those. Somebody said it best on your thing, right? When he said his father bought it to watch. His mom came in. When she had this thing coming out of her pussy, he was like, whoa, what are you watching?
I'm going to tell you this. My dad doesn't like anime. He loves Ninja Scroll. My dad don't like anime.
There's always that one Ninja Scroll. I told you about my dad watched Cowboy Bebop. Your dad watched fucking Ninja Scroll. There's something that's gonna catch.
There's always something. Yeah, there's always going to be something to catch, man. So, in other words, what I'm really trying to say is, not that y'all niggas is lucky, but
y'all niggas was lucky.
No, Eris. I got something more arrogant us older millennials can say to all these young kids who are running around like Naruto because it's cool now, who are going to all these anime conventions because it's ironic and funny and cool. Yeah, you're not getting jumped for it no more. You didn't have to do the struggle that we had to do for it. And just real talk, real talk. Y'all didn't have to deal with the psychological bullshit that we went through just trying to like a cartoon. So in other words, D has to say this to you. You're welcome.
Side note,
you are fucking welcome.
Side note, I have to shout out to DJ Sue and his drawing skills. Sir, you had took health class the previous year before I had taken the following year, and the teacher, no bullshit, D, and you're gonna laugh at this. To show the effects of steroids, Eris over here drew Broly as the example of steroids. And I was the only one in the class that laughed at that shit because I was like, shit, he drew Broly, son of a bitch.
I want to say this though. I would like to say this. I would like to say this. Number one, that is an excellent story. Number two, and D learned this because in my school, I was the dude that wrote down all the power levels of everybody in Dragon Ball Z. So that being said, Eris, when you did that and Chris was the only one that noticed, I got some news for you. 5 more other niggas knew it. They just didn't want to say nothing.
Exactly. Here on my ass giggling like a schoolgirl, like, oh my god, he did
this. This nigga drew that nigga off of Dragon Ball.
He was like, he really drew Broly. I did draw Broly.
To show the effects of steroids, I was like, you know what? If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you are kind of like, yo, Broly, were you juicing up? What's going on?
Broly juiced up.
I mean, that was pure juice. It was pure juice.
That was pure juice. Now the Broly that we got right now, that's what happens when you don't jerk off for years, man. You just get big and swole.
Your dad tells you don't touch
you and your dad.
This is what happens when he said, you know what? I survived no Fab November and don't destroy Dick December. Fuck it, I'm going all year. I'm not touching it. And then,
but then again,
hold on. And then Sheila enters the room, turns that corner.
Green thickness walks in.
Just random green thickness walks in.
So hold on, here's Broly. The thing in the middle of my body is doing something. I don't know what the fuck's that about. I think it's scaring me.
All of a sudden his dad was like, yeah, son, come here. We gotta fight.
Son, that's an erection. No imperious. Oh, son, that's an erection. Looks like I have to cut that off. He takes out a hacksaw.
Time to blow off.
Can't be having that.
It's like time to blow off some steam. So we got 2 Saiyans out here that you gotta you gotta fight. Not fucking fight.
Come on, man. Blow off some steam, son. And after that, I'll get you the biggest apple ever. Because, Broly doesn't know shit. Anyway, the next episode, Chris, I'm not really sure if we're going to be doing Dragon Ball or anything yet. I don't know. I'm not sure.
If I find the link, the next one will most likely be Gundam Thunderbolt, both movies. Well, movies/both shows, because they split the movie in 6 episodes. But if I find the link, that'll probably be the next one. But odds are it might be Dragon Ball. We'll see.
I'm not going to promise y'all when we're going to do Castle Cagliostro because I'm still trying to find the manga entertainment dub of it just because I want to hear David Hayter as Lupin. But real talk, I'm about to give up and just listen to the Japanese version.
I have it. And
you motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, this is real. 3 Black Geeks, we out. You motherfucker. Nigga, how long you